All right, we are live. What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Of
Dave,
course, we
Sean.
got John from Project Ellsworth, Mark from Mark of Horror, me. Cody should be along a little later, I believe. And it looks like Sean wants to join. Sean, I don't really know how to get you a link or what the best way to get you a link is. I don't know if you're on Facebook or whatever.
I don't have Sean's email address either.
How's everyone doing in the old chat arena?
I don't have Sean's email address either.
That's okay. I think I've got him on Facebook.
How's everyone doing? I am hearing an echo.
It was me. I just went back over to YouTube and paused or muted myself.
There you go.
I had Cody's stream pulled up, thinking we were going to be on his thing so that I could be live in the chat. So I'm all messed up. I'm screwed up. This is what happens with last minute. That's why I don't ever do that shit.
Looks like we got Seth and Sean. Looks like Crypt 6 up in the house. David, how's everybody doing?
Where is Cody?
Cody is having internet issues, he said. So I'm not sure.
He's got to figure out something to do with that corn.
I guess I could just post it here in the chat, right?
I don't know.
I'm going to. There you go. Whoever.
We're going to have 13 people on the stream tonight.
13 people. Hope no trolls make their way into the room, but of course I can put them in or not. So
I've been seeing. I saw a few of those today.
Few trolls.
Yeah. Well, trolls, sex, crap, fake people, whatever, robots.
Oh, there you go.
It's on.
Figure out how to set Sean an invite.
I just put it in the chat. Yeah, it's a dangerous game for sure. It's the most dangerous game other than hunting humans.
What's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, John? What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Chillaxing. How's everybody's week been?
Can't complain.
Nice. I spent it at the beach.
Whoa. That's nicer than my week. I just did a bunch of work.
Yeah, the hell with that.
Yeah, work works for suckers. I might try to take the rest of the week off and really savor this Halloween season, what's left of it.
You should.
I got to see if there's any like crazy shit coming down the pipe that I need to bust out real quick. But
I've spent all of October doing crazy ass editing for Halloween content for YouTube. That's what I've done all month.
That is, well, yeah, you've been putting out videos a lot, dude.
Yeah, you're a machine, John.
I'm actually, for the last 3 hours, have been editing my review of H2O before I jump. I stopped to jump on here.
I watched your Curse of Michael Myers review last night.
I hope you guys
Yeah, you liked it. I'm not a big fan of that.
I like it.
But which do you prefer, the original or the producer's cut?
I want to go back and watch the producer's cut. Sorry, I got ice in my mouth. I have not seen it in so many years that I want to go back and revisit it before I even make that statement.
Fair enough.
I saw it when it was online, that shitty, choppy version of it. And then when they put it out on Blu-ray, I bought it, watched it once, and I've never watched it since then. So my plan was actually to revisit that this month, do a review on part 6, do a review of the director's cut, and then do a comparison. And I just don't have the time to do it. The time just got away from me.
I hear you. Well, you were saying that you thought that the Curse of Michael Myers Halloween 6 had the sort of best fall atmosphere.
Yeah, I loved it.
But the producer's cut is even better, I think, as far as that goes. They did like a different color grade, so like all the leaf color is really like pops as sort of those fall colors.
I'm going to wind up getting to the Curse of Michael Myers, the producer's cut, in November. I know that's what's going to wind up happening. I'm going to get pissed. Either that or I'll save it for next October. I'll have a head start on next year already.
There you go.
Yeah, I knew I was going back to work for October, so I did a whole bunch of stuff in September, and now it's all going up. And all the stuff that I'm putting up, I filmed all that in September.
Now, all your box sets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of them when I've been in bed at night. I feel bad I never comment on anybody's videos is because I'm not near a keyboard.
No, that's I've been behind on everybody's videos. This week I got to catch up and watch some of them because I didn't have to work, but I couldn't believe how many I had to catch up on. So I didn't catch up on yours, John.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm terrible at commenting these days. So sorry about that. I did like that Hammer box set though that you showed, Mark. That thing was pretty sweet.
It is. It's pretty comprehensive. The Blu-ray one's from Australia. The DVD one was from the UK.
That one was nice. That was the one with the red cross on it, right?
Yeah, that's the UK one.
Yeah, that one was sweet.
How about you?
Go ahead.
What have you been doing this week, Sean?
Just trying to catch up on movies, really, but it's kind of the same situation with John. It's just like there's so much shit to get around to. I haven't even had a chance to post one video for 31 Days of Horror yet. So I think I'm just going to do a quick nutshell video at the end of the month just to get through it.
It's so ridiculous, isn't it?
At the same time, trying to watch everyone's videos, like there was already a couple times this month where I just literally took my phone and was like, I'm putting this down because I don't have time for every video. I just can't do it. But that's just the nature of it, you know?
And all
it's
these
overwhelming, dude.
I want to do, Sean, I want to do your contest. I want to do Dave's contest. I know that I've seen videos from Cody for 3 or 4 other people's contests. So now I'm going to have to take a whole day to just do contest videos. It's crazy.
Yeah,
that's usually the best way to do it.
But
that's usually the best way to do it, though. If you're going to do video entries, just knock 3 or 4 of them out in a day.
That's what Cody does. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you can tell Cody's doing that at 1 o'clock in the morning, sitting in his chair, just knocking them out. I finally found one of them stinking advent calendars. I was not going to pay $60 for that goddamn thing. I saw it at Books A Million for $60. I said, there's no way. I found it yesterday at Walmart, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing videos for this. This is just for me. Let everybody else do the videos.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, it definitely is. It can be overwhelming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got the set, and Navly had opened all 13 in about 5 minutes.
Mine's sitting right there. I haven't opened any of them yet. What's
That's
up,
what
Hawk?
a true kid would do.
Yeah, absolutely. So what have you guys been up to? You've been able to sneak in any fun? Or has it just been work?
For me, it's been work and playing music and watching horror movies.
That's awesome, man.
That's about
I've been seeing
it.
you doing a lot more music on Facebook.
Yeah, I've been posting a bunch of stuff on there. I haven't been posting it on. I would post it on YouTube, but it's I feel bad because it's a horror channel, and I haven't been making horror content, so it feels weird to post a bunch of music stuff. But
you are familiar with my channel, right?
Oh yeah.
I tape myself eating cheeseburgers in a Mustang every week. I was
true.
on YouTube the other day, for God's sakes.
I think it's just a balancing act because I've been wanting to. Work's been a little crazy this week, but I still haven't even opened this fucking Mezco 112 figure to look at it yet because I've been waiting to do a video.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to make some horror videos, but then like Sean was saying, it's overwhelming, all the content. So I don't want to add to all that madness. You know what I mean?
See, now I just got another video popped up on my phone from Mr. Sean Blue Digital for his brand new bag of movies.
I forgot I was uploading a video.
Posting them during the stream and shit. It's crazy.
He's multitasking.
Now, I remember last year the same exact thing happened, and I got a quick reminder basically like a week, like the first week of October. It was just like, oh, wait, I remember this last year. Everything started out all calm and cool, and then by the second week, it was like, holy shit, dude, there's too much shit going on right now.
It's so much. It's an unbelievable amount of stuff.
Yeah, that's
I was
awesome.
just in my living room upstairs editing a video with DPN2 horror videos playing in the background. I'd look up and I'd look down and look back up, and the video's gone. I don't know what's going on.
It's cool.
There was like people popping up on my TV that I've never seen before in my life. Ridiculous.
So I got this in the mail today.
Hey, what?
I can't get that glare off it.
Wow.
Can you see it? All right. It's the They Live Inside Us Blu-ray.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, let me tell you, I haven't even watched this yet, and this is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave me a nice DVD-R. Nice
Oh,
DVD-R
yeah.
disc. And then, on top of that, the inside, the insert, it's made out of paper. $18 for this fucking mess. Now, I'm sure the film's probably good, but I'm already telling you, a DVD-R with an HD transfer on it, feels like shit.
Oh my God.
But yeah, $18 for that.
Where'd you order that from?
I ordered it on Amazon, but the company that is actually releasing it is some kind of Mexican Spanish company called Gravitas Ventures.
Oh my God.
So I don't know. I guess they probably had trouble finding people to buy the movie, and they were probably the only ones willing to buy it.
Ugh.
But I don't know. I just thought that was a little ridiculous for the price of what I just paid for. I basically just paid someone $18 to make a copy of this movie for me.
Yeah, that's what you did.
Yep.
Yeah. But oh well, worse things going on in the world.
Speaking of Blu-ray issues, what do I got to do to send back these Friday the 13th DVDs from this box set? I know you guys were talking about it, but I don't see a link on their website anywhere.
You don't
You
have
can
to
just
send
go
it
right
back.
on Google. You could just
Yeah.
Google it and it should pop right up. It did for me.
Okay.
I just Googled in Friday the 13th replacement disc program, and right away the link popped right up.
But what do you got to do?
And then-
Just provide them with a proof of purchase?
Yeah, like I basically just put a screenshot of my email in there, and then I basically put a bunch of extra info in there. Maybe they might read it, and then I put my address and everything in there just in case if they read it. But I heard some other people were getting responses from them, and then I went on their website and it says that if we don't respond to you, that means we are shipping it out to you, which I'm like, okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it also is a lot of people to respond to at the same time. But
It's got to be a lot of people.
apparently they're not emailing people back about it, but I did hear that they are emailing people back about it. I don't know.
Does anybody have any idea when they're supposed to send out the replacement discs?
They said after November 23rd.
Okay.
Now, don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I remember reading. After the 23rd, I think people should start receiving their discs.
How many discs is it?
3 that I'm aware of. 3.
But I haven't filled it out yet, so
Yeah, I got to get on that.
Have you guys
Yeah,
seen-
I would do it sooner than later, just so
Yeah.
you're in the safe. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
who knows? Some BS might happen where we're cutting it off. We're not giving out anymore. Who knows? You know?
My God. I haven't even had a
It
chance
wouldn't
to
surprise
watch
me if
any-
that happened.
I haven't watched any of it yet. Which discs are they, and what are the problems?
I forget
Part
part
three.
3.
The
Now
3D
I watched
transfer.
part 3. That transfer is dog shit too, man.
That's what actually reminded me of it. Is I watched the stream from last week, and I heard you, Sean, talking about how dog shit part 3 was, and that's what made me think of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just there's too many inconsistent shots where like 1 minute you're like, wow, look at this beautiful picture, and the next minute it's like right back to DVD quality. But I understand that Part 3 has always been troublesome with Paramount and other companies who tried to put the movie out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of the 3D aspect of it, but that movie's always had some trouble with looking good. So, but I can say that it's definitely the best it's ever looked. I know that.
I would think that 3D technology built into that's got to throw a cog in there, man. It's got to be a problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the disc. It's the 3D version is jacked up. There's something wrong with it.
Yeah, I think it's like taking up a lot of media or something like that.
How do the other ones look in 4K?
1 and 2 and Part 4 look amazing in my opinion.
Yeah, I gotta watch them.
I've only watched 1 and 2.
I watched Jason X because I never seen it on Blu-ray before, but yeah, I watched that and I did notice the problem with that right away because I was actually not looking at the screen for a moment and I was like, why am I not hearing anything? I look over and I see people moving and there's no noise.
No shit.
But that was for like I think it was the sleeping bag kill or something like that. I think it was for that scene. But I mean, it's really like the imperfection on it. It's like barely a problem. But I could see people watching it all the time and being like, that little problem is fucking pissing me off. You know, it's
for $160, there shouldn't be any problems.
Exactly. I've been saying this to people, like, you know, I don't know what they're doing over there with customer service, but you can't let a Friday the 13th collection is this epic. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's epic. So you can't, there really can't be anything wrong with that. There just can't be. It's just, there's no excuse for it. But, and the main reason why I say that too is because the problems that there were, that they did have, I feel like they could have been fixed and caught right away. If somebody just would have watched every transfer, if they would have said, you know what, go home tonight and watch the whole franchise. We'll pay you to go watch the whole franchise and let us know what you notice in the transfers. Nope, they didn't want to do that though. And I understand they were pressed on trying to get this thing released by the 13th of October, but fuck the 13th of October. Get that shit fixed.
Yeah. Make it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it correctly. I don't think anybody would mind if it came correctly and was a couple days later.
If they would have said it's going to be an extra month, I would have been like, well, just make sure it's right.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
But I mean, look, I understand it is a human error. We all make errors, but it just would have been a real simple solution if they just would have paid someone to overlook these things, and clearly they're not doing that.
No.
Well, I got to say, most people's expectations were super high for this. Everyone was very anticipating an super awesome box set. So I think that's why people seem to feel very strongly about it one way or the other. They're like, fuck you, this is the best thing that's ever been made. Or they're like, this is stupid. I wish they would have just fucking killed themselves instead. I think I'm the only guy in the middle who's like, it's pretty good. You know, it's all right. It's all right.
I remember when they first released the info about it, everyone's question was, well, why is it only the first 4 getting 4K scans? That was one of my questions too. I mean, I think they could have at least made the first 8 in the 4K scans, but who knows?
Well, they didn't seem to do shit for some of them. I mean, some of them aren't even Scream Factory. They're like, you know, whatever. They just licensed them from the previous company that released them or whatever, I guess, probably.
It's kind of like Part 5 in a way. It's like with Part 5, they didn't even bother to give it they gave us the original artwork, but they could have gave us the one with the hockey mask on the inside, but they gave us a bunch of words. As if we don't get enough words on the back already, you know, it's
still better than that Carrie 4K Steelbook release, which has a fucking magazine article on the front. It's so stupid.
The Christine one.
Yeah, or Christine, what did I say?
You said Carrie.
Oh, yeah, Christine, sorry.
Yeah, that's the worst Steelbook I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe when I opened it up that wasn't a J card. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought that would be something you'd peel right off and throw in the garbage.
I don't think I had that one.
I watched I've watched all of the movies from the box set. No, so I made my way through all of them, including the Jason Goes to Hell unrated cut. And I'm not sure I think that's one of the discs they're replacing is the Jason Goes to Hell one.
Yeah, the unrated version.
Oh, that's because it was missing some of the gore from one scene.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if I never noticed before that movie is very light on score. So I don't know if it's like the audio's jacked up on it as well, or if it's just how it is. But there's like very little scored throughout the movie. It's like there's silence during dialogue and stuff, and it felt really weird this time when I watched it.
Does the unrated version make a difference in that movie?
Oh yeah.
There was the tent scene was pretty awesome, I thought.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being quite so graphic in the theatrical cut. But it didn't really make a huge difference for me, you know.
I absolutely positively hate that friggin' movie. But I've heard several times people say that the director's cut makes a big difference.
That's what I've heard too. I didn't think it really did.
I'm going to check the running time right now. So the running time on the theatrical cut is 88 minutes and the unrated is 91. So you got about 3 or 4 extra minutes there. In my opinion, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a lot. It could make a huge difference. But I don't know. We'll see. That movie is like it's a real bad Friday the 13th movie. It's not a terrible horror movie per se, but it's a bad Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That's actually one movie I usually I'll back down right away. I'm not even going to defend it. So it's but the reason why I enjoy that film though, when it was first released and I first saw it, I was really like, what the fuck am I watching right now? But it had some kind of charm about it, so I continued to keep running it. And eventually I really liked the goofiness and the ridiculousness of it. And I love that opening music where it's it's like, I don't know, it's just completely different for a Friday film, but yeah, it definitely holds a place in my heart, mostly because I rented it a lot on VHS. And yeah, I can never defend that movie though. People start talking shit on it, I go, all right, go ahead, beat the shit out of that movie, then go for it.
I saw it in the theater on
Me too.
Oh shit, I can't remember if it was Mushroom or Acid. I saw it on Hallucinogen.
You're not gonna remember.
I think it was Mushrooms, but oh shit, I don't know. It could have been either. Could have been both. I don't know back then.
It's
but
a shame when the memory goes.
Yeah. Either way, that didn't even help it. I was like, I mean, I could have watched a wall and been more entertained than I was with that movie. It was very disappointing to me.
I remember sitting in the movie theater, highly upset, saying the same thing, Sean. What the hell am I watching? But I had the same tone to that question. I was not happy.
As the movie goes on, you start to realize that he's really Jason Voorhees is not in the movie. You're kind of distracted by certain death scenes, and then you start to really get it. Wait, where the fuck is Jason at?
What's he in that movie? 8 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I know we see him at the very end. He burst out of the ground, and then he gets taken down by the demons, and then Freddy's glove comes out and takes his mask.
So it's like the very beginning and the very end.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Because I remember at one point that black guy becomes Jason, the coroner guy, and he kind of spreads it on from there.
He eats his heart.
Then, what is up with that scene when the guy's all wrapped up in dominatrix gear and he's getting his mustache shaved off? Who fucking came up with that?
Oh my
God. In this scene, we're going to have this fat retarded guy and we're going to have him getting his mustache shaved off by the black coroner guy. I don't know, man. I wish I smoked that kind of weed.
It's awful.
I'm looking forward to watching that on the set.
You know what? Honestly, I'm looking forward to it too because I never seen Jason Goes to Hell on Blu-ray before. So,
oh my God, it's terrible.
He's already dreading it.
It's terrible. It's just clearer.
Yeah. It's a polished turd.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
what's that line in Christine? Now I'm thinking of that line in Christine with the shop manager.
Yeah,
He's talking to the one guy. He's like, "Look at that! You can't polish a turd."
I just watched it a couple of weeks ago again.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I did, Christine.
I haven't seen it in a while. What have you guys been watching this week?
I gotta
Halloween.
look at my list.
All I've been watching is freaking Halloween movies. And whatever comes on AMC. Right now I have Carrie on.
Nice.
Everyone YouTube videos.
I've been watching a lot of AMC and YouTube.
So in the past 5 days, I watched Terrifier, Woofin', which was the first time on Blu-ray I watched that, and then I watched Pumpkinhead, Trick or Treat, Spookies, and The Evil Dead.
I still haven't seen Spookies.
Oh, you'll love that movie, Ben. Even though it makes no sense, but you'll still love it.
Yeah, I remember I watched Hellbound. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he did a review on it. It was pretty good. Check that out if you haven't seen it. But it seemed pretty interesting.
The first time I ever seen that movie, I was just at home one day. I was about maybe 11, 12 years old, and I'm channel surfing. And out of nowhere, I find this movie on TV. It's on UPN 57, which is was a channel here in the Philadelphia area or whatever. And I'm just watching this movie unfold, and I'm just like, yo, this is kind of like Kids Stuck in a Haunted House type of movie. And I'm just like totally drawn into it. And, you know, as you know, back in the day, the movies would cut the commercial and they're not telling you the title of the movie. You had to catch the movie from the beginning to get the title of it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure out the title of it, but I was completely blown away by what I'm watching right now. And it took me like over 10 years to figure out the title of the movie. When I finally did, it was from finding a VHS rip to YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I figured out the title of this movie. Like I was like almost to the point where I was like, did I make this movie up in my head? Did this really happen? Like, because that's how long I was going without the title. I was starting to think like, I guess I made this up. I don't know.
Do you guys watch a lot of horror movies on YouTube?
Not as much.
This week I
used to
did,
all
but
the
not
time.
normally.
Are they edited? Are they cut? Are there commercials? Are there breaks? Are there ads? I've never watched a horror movie on YouTube.
I've never watched a movie on YouTube that had any kind of real ads, but I mean, most of the time people are smart enough to put uncut in the title,
Yeah.
or sometimes you could look at the running time of the video and go check that on the internet real quick to see if it's actually the full cut.
Yeah.
But it really depends on, I guess, what rip that person has. A lot of people will rip VHS horror films that aren't released on DVD or Blu-ray yet, which is always a good option to have. But when I first started doing like YouTube, that's when I was like really watching horror films on YouTube. But I would say in like the past few years, I'm more into like buying physical media. But I mean, if it's something that, you know, I haven't seen in a while, then yeah, I'll watch it on YouTube because I don't have to download it or anything. So
There's like a nice HD version of Sleepaway Camp on YouTube.
Yeah.
That you can watch like uncut.
that's pretty cool.
That's when I did a Sleepaway Camp review. That was like my first YouTube movie review. I did like a moto vlog review of it first on my other channel, and then I uploaded it to this channel. But when I used the clips, I downloaded the movie from YouTube because I don't have like a drive. So even though I have it on Blu-ray, I can't like get that into my computer somehow. So
yeah, I have to use a downloader if I use clips.
I should just get a drive at this point, right? I think you could just like
Yeah.
That's my Blu-ray drive.
I should get one of those.
How much do they cost? Are they expensive?
Now I'm trying to think what I paid for it. I want to say $70, but
Yeah.
Less than 100 sounds good though.
But
Yeah.
I wore the old one out.
Yeah, less than 100 is perfectly fine. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, I should get one though. I haven't actually done a movie review since my last Flashback Saturday video, which was for fucking ever ago. I should do a movie review.
I'm having fun getting back into doing them.
Or do an unboxing of Fluffy.
Well, I want to
Yeah.
do that one. That one is that's my problem. Is I like get it in my head that I want to do things a certain way, and that one has like that one's just more involved because there's like an intro that I have to make. So who knows? Who knows when that'll happen? But I will do that video.
I'll
But
be
yeah,
right back, guys.
all right. Well, that's pretty sweet.
That's
Where'd you
cool.
get that from?
My wife got it for me, a full set.
Nice. That was the everyone's.
Sadly, the most important one broke in transit.
Oh,
There's polymers, and
Nice.
the top broke off of it. But it's a clean break, so I should be able to glue it. Yeah, there's the piece.
That's cool, man.
I got a cool figure. I haven't even opened it. A cool figure in addition to that Mezco one.
Yeah.
I got a Godzilla figure. Maybe I'll show that off at some point in the stream. Maybe I'll go grab a drink and grab that thing too, and I'll show it to you guys because it looks pretty awesome. I'll be right back.
All right, man. What have you been
Yeah,
up
right. Sorry, go ahead, John.
So what have you been up to? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, I actually Jen had CPE this week in St. Simon's Island, Georgia.
Yeah.
And so before I started work, I told them I needed this particular week off because I was going with her. And so, yeah, I was just hanging out at the beach all week.
That's cool, man.
So that was pretty nice. Back to work on Monday.
Got this dope ass chopping mall shirt.
I love the chopping wall shirt.
Oh, man.
I almost went when I saw you wearing it. I almost went and got immediately ordered one because I think it's neat.
I also got these dope ass creep show pants.
Oh my god.
I'm all sort of horrid out right now. Actually, I should bust this guy out. Got this dope ass trick or treat hat.
Next you know he's gonna bust out a Ghostbusters outfit. Yeah, I'm wearing a Ghostbusters tag.
Got this dope ass creep show hat.
Yeah. That's
That's
awesome though. Now I'm assuming those pants probably came with a jacket.
I wish, dude. I wish it was like a 3-piece suit, but unfortunately, they're just pajama pants.
Ah, okay. Just like the style of way, like the way, like the creep show stuff was printed on the pants. I assume that it might have came with a jacket or something,
I
like
wish,
a
man.
matching jacket.
I wish, yeah. Like it was like a. I wish it was like an early '90s double-breasted suit with giant fucking shoulder pads. I'd wear the shit out of that.
Giant shoulder
That'd be awesome.
pad.
I did order my pizza, by the way, Seth.
The creep show anything is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
Oh, that is
Oh,
very.
yeah, that guy. Woo!
Holy
that-
shit, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Let me. How do I go full screen up in this bitch? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I think I got it.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is the X Plus Mothra Deferreal.
That's a nice paper airplane you have there, Ben.
Not too shabby, right? That's a really cool sculpt, man. And the paint on the wings is awesome. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yo, the eyes look so realistic.
Yeah, they're nice. They I don't know if you'll be able to see, but they have that that sort of texture. Can you see that?
A little bit. There's like a glossiness to it or something.
Oh no, it's
It looks
like
like I can see shine, like a bit of shininess on it.
it's like you know, all broken up into little segments like insect eyes are.
Wow, now I can see the green under his mouth there.
I think that's
Wow.
just from my weird lighting that I got.
It's probably from eating too much radiation.
Yeah, he's probably fucking eating hella mint chocolate chip radiation.
Yeah. Mint chocolate chip radiation.
It is, all right, how do I get out of here? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a cool figure though, right?
Yeah. What
Oh my
company
god,
is it
dude.
from?
That's awesome though, seriously. That's definitely the best thing I've seen all day.
I will be doing I'll do a video when I get the when I get my other, I'm gonna do a video with that and that Mezco figure. It's just been a crazy fucking week.
What Mezco figures did you get?
I got the Mezco Silent Screamer Nosferatu. It's like a bundle with a T-shirt, and it comes in a lunchbox.
Oh, cool.
And it comes with like a little, I don't know, like a little film cell from the stop motion trailer they did for it, which was awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey
yeah.
John, what's that? Didn't you just get a Nosferatu figure?
Yeah.
I think I saw the same one at my FYE because like I went in there one day, they didn't have any figures like that, and then I went in there like a couple days later and they had a bunch of like maybe 8 to 10 or 12-inch horror figures like that, and I saw the Nosferatu one. It looks like he glows in the dark or something.
He
like
does.
that.
He glows in the dark. It's exactly right. Yep, that's him.
Yeah, he definitely looks really cool though. But I seen some other ones they had.
Some of them
are kind of. Yeah. I mean, like I was like ready to buy at least 2 of them, and then I had to tell myself I can't start this hobby because I'm not going to be able to finish it. And yeah, I can't open up that can of worms right now. I just don't have the room for this stuff, man.
Did you see the Reagan figure?
Yeah, they had one of those actually.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Look at that thing.
That's the.
Wait, that comes with it?
Yeah, that's the Nosferatu shirt, and then this is the little film cell. I don't know if this will show up at all.
Oh man,
that's cool, man.
And then this is.
I can't believe how big that is. I thought you were talking like a little thing, like the size of a quarter.
Cell, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right, he's probably got a little cell thing like that, but Jesus Christ, I didn't think it was that big.
Yeah,
that's awesome, cool. Man.
And it comes in this great. This lunch pails type of situation. Like I said, I'll probably, especially if I take this next week off, I'll definitely bust out a video.
Yeah, you got to do that, Ben.
I know, because I haven't even fucking seen this figure yet. I was so stoked to get it.
I want you to start making videos again.
You know, come to think of it, like thinking about it now, I don't think I've seen anybody with that Nosferatu figure yet on YouTube.
I saw Sci-Fi and Horror Collectibles. Is that what it is? I think it's Sci-Fi and Horror Collectibles. His channel is the one that I sort of met Cody through.
Yeah.
But he got one.
That's cool.
There's some crazy collections out there, man.
Ben Grimm in the house now. What's up, Ben?
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, I can't see the chat right now.
We got Alex Martinez, Jen, and I think Christian is here as well. Rick's in the house. Danny, Hobbs, Brad. I believe Seth is still here. And Patrick is here.
Hello to everyone in the chat.
We got 15 people watching. I did order my pizza. I'm waiting for it to get here. I think it'll be here in like a half hour or something.
Did you tell them it was Saturday night?
Did I tell the pizza people that?
Yo, it's Saturday night. I need this before the stream.
Yeah. They
I don't have to get,
during the stream.
I don't have to get McDonald's anymore.
Ah, what did you eat today? If it wasn't McDonald's.
What did we eat today? I gotta actually think about that. What the hell did we eat? Well, Janae and I went out for lunch. We didn't get much, and then we came home and had. Christ, what the hell? See, now look, my mind's going blank. Cheeseburgers. We made burgers at home.
Yeah,
leftover cheeseburgers.
Cheetah, I had Wendy's on Thursday.
Wendy's makes a good burger, man.
I agree.
Them friggin' pretzel bacon pub burgers, I could eat one every day.
I have never had that shit, but
Oh, it's good, man.
I mean, last time I had a burger, it was just like some like 3 fucking square ass pieces of meat and a bunch of cheese and shit.
They have that too.
I think it was a triple. Yeah, I got a stuffed pizza, sausage, pepper, onion, and some other shit or something.
That sounds good, actually.
It is good. It was another one of those $60 pizzas.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, what you gonna do? Yeah, I
might
haven't
have to
done
try that one day.
I haven't done fast food in so long. It's been so long. As far as like a McDonald's or a Wendy's or something.
I do it way too much.
Yeah, so do I. I do it like 3 times a week.
Wow.
I wish I could get sponsored by pizza companies, dude.
That would be nice, huh?
Yeah, Big Daddy Jay saying I should work out a deal. Yeah, no shit, I should, man. I should work out a deal with all these fuckers.
Yeah, get someone to pay for your $60 pizza.
Yeah, as much as you pay for that pizza, you should already have a deal.
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
That blows my mind, man. That blows my mind how much you pay for a pizza.
How about like coupons or anything? You don't get
No,
like
but it's like a giant like stuffed pizza, so it's gonna feed me through tomorrow as well. I mean, it's not cheap, but also I ordered it through like this food delivery service because they don't do delivery, so there's like a service fee attached to it, shit too. Plus, that's with the tip and all that shit.
I mean, in my opinion, what it comes down to, if you're satisfied with it, who fucking cares, right?
Yeah, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, it's a good ass pizza, man. I'm not gonna lie. Zachary's, if you're ever in the Bay Area and you're looking for some stuffed pizza, hit up Zachary's in Berkeley. They have a couple of different locations, but 3 for $10 at Safeway. I know, cool. Looking at me, I'm like, dude, this is delivery, not DiGiorno, bitch. I don't know how much McDonald's is. McDonald's though is pretty well, I think, across the board because they're franchise, right? So it's like all pretty much the same, I think.
You would think so.
I went to like a real fancy McDonald's in Japan. It was like a weird, it's like a lounge. It was like a fancy like lounge with like leather chairs and shit. It was bizarre.
Did you have to go over there for work?
I went over there for pleasure, I guess you would say.
Oh, that's cool.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Back in like the mid 2000s. I thought I was going to go there for work because we have a project that I think was going to be doing some stuff there, but I don't know. Traveling for work's kind of a pain in the ass anyway.
Yeah, one of my old jobs wanted me to travel for work, and I told him I wouldn't do it. As soon as they brought it up, I said, "No, I'm not doing that." Because I have a wife and 2 kids, so if you're going to pay for me to take my wife and both my kids with me, let's do it. But I'm going home.
Yeah, I can already tell. Well, I mean, I'm just guessing on this. I bet you the reason why they asked you, well, John's a nice guy. Let's go ask him.
Mm-hmm.
People take advantage of that shit. They think that you're an easy pushover because you're a nice guy. So that's probably what the reason is, but who knows?
People have done that to me many, many times in my life. They realize John's a nice guy, and then they quickly realize John is also the guy that will tell them no.
Yeah, that's good, though.
And then they never ask again.
I'm bad at saying no to people. I usually just end up saying yeah, but I mean, it really depends on my mood. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll tell you to go fuck yourself too. So
yeah, you have to have a fine balance there, Sean.
Yeah.
No, it's just very low energy or very extreme. I'm no in between, so yeah. I'm just kidding.
I'm a super nice guy, but I'm not a pushover.
That's how I am too. I'm the same.
I just hate when people do that though. When they, well, he's a nice guy. You don't say no. Let's just go ask him. Like, don't do that. Don't do that shit.
When they put you in a position where you have no choice but to say no.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
Either you're going to say no or you're going to be miserable. And I choose not to be miserable. I used to choose being miserable. I don't do that no more.
Right.
I think that comes with age and experience a little bit too.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good though, man.
I learned those lessons back in my 500s or so. now that I'm 1,000 years old, I'm like, nah.
Now you got some Yoda years under your belt.
Yeah. Janae and I went to the mall today, and I think there was 10 people in the mall.
Wow.
It was dead as a rock.
For a Saturday, too. That's crazy.
It was not busy. There was a pretty good amount of cars in the parking lot, and then you get inside, and there's just like a few people sprinkled around. There was just nobody there. It was amazing.
I don't know how malls are over where you guys are at. I went to a mall. The last time I went to a mall was maybe like 2 years ago or something. I went to an FYE over in Walnut Creek, which is a little bit of a haul from here. And that was the first time I'd been to a mall in a long ass time, and it was pretty dead.
Yeah, they're pretty dead anymore. You can do everything online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't eat hot dog on a stick online though.
Yeah. I keep telling people though, because it seems like a lot of people keep going to Best Buy and they're like, Best Buy doesn't have anything. I just keep telling people one thing: go to Best Buy on Black Friday. They will have everything you want.
Yeah, everything.
That's the only time I really go to Best Buy anymore is Black Friday, because I walk out of there with spending maybe $60 and I'm coming home with like 14 movies.
Yeah, I go there for movies. That's exactly why I go there.
But I only do Black Friday now because their physical media section is just such a joke, dude. It's all chopped up. There's these big spaces, an empty space. But when I go there on Black Friday, they have everything I'm looking for, and it's $9.99, and that's just my opinion the best time to go to Best Buy for movies.
I went to Best Buy today because Cody did a video, and he said that his Best Buy had a horror section. So I was out next to Best Buy. The mall's right up the street from Best Buy. I went in there and they didn't have shit. They didn't have nothing in there I wanted. They had the new Pumpkinhead Steelbook in there, but I didn't want to spend the money for it.
That thing looks sweet though.
It does.
I need to pick that up.
I got that in the mail today.
Yeah.
Nice.
It looks very nice.
Speaking of FYE, I was in there about 2 or 3 days ago, and I saw the Jaws Best Buy exclusive Steelbook in FYE.
Oh.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's safe to say that from now on, when Best Buy has an exclusive Steelbook, it's not exclusive.
It's exclusive to Best Buy, I guess. But it's
exclusive until Best Buy wants to sell it to everybody else.
Well, that's how it was. Was it like brand new or was it a used one?
Brand new. They had 3 of them. They have 3 of them brand new. And like, I actually want the thing, but FYE is more money than Best Buy. So
I have the 4K, but I didn't get the Steelbook. My wife got it for me for my birthday last year. It looks incredible.
Yeah. I remember Cody did an unboxing.
Oh, that 4K of Jaws is absolutely amazing.
Cody says he sends his regrets. He's not going to make it into the chat.
Oh,
he's got no internet. He's going to try and be in the comments.
Hey, it's all right though, man.
Yeah.
Tried.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Sean, I know you're from reasonably close to my neck of the woods. What FYE do you go to?
The closest one to me is at a mall called the Franklin Mills Mall, which is like in Northeast Philadelphia.
Yep.
But that the mall is such a joke. But the funny thing is, like, I know where the one entrance is where you can walk right in and you're right there at FYE.
Yeah.
Because everything, it's not even worth walking through the mall, and it's such a long walk to get through everything.
Yep.
So I'm able to just get lucky for me, like they have the AMC theater, and then there's the FYE right next to it, and then the rest of the shitty mall. So
Yeah.
But
the
I mean,
mall-
a lot of times, the only reason why I really go into FYE is because sometimes you can get very lucky finding used out of print stuff for very cheap and good condition.
Yep.
You just never know what you're going to find. And then,
Never
of course,
know.
an employee always comes up to me, "Do you need help?" "No, I'm all right, but I'll let you know if I need help." "Well, we
Yeah.
got this on sale and that for sale. Listen, hon, I'm here to look through A through Z, and that's it."
Yeah. I do the same thing. I go in there and I might as well bring a lunch because when I go, I look at everything.
Yeah.
I look at everything in there.
Yo, you ever notice how hot it is in their stores?
Yes.
I am always, by the time I'm leaving, I need a shower, dude. I swear to God, every time I leave there, I'm drenched.
I know that there's supposed to be an FYE in, I think it's the Concord Mall in Delaware. I've never been to that one. I'm thinking about going to that one soon, but the one I go to is in Vineland, New Jersey.
Okay, I'm not too far from Vineland, actually.
No, you're not far. You're not far from me. If you're in Philly, you're not far from me.
Yeah, you know what? To be exact, I'm on the borderline of Bucks and Northeast Philly, so I'm actually not even far away from like the Burlington-Bristol Bridge, if you know where that's at, which is kind of like Route 130, I believe, something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in New Jersey.
Where's that flea market? I watched you do a video earlier
That
this year.
is Springfield Township, New Jersey.
I've never been to that thing.
It's a pretty good flea market, but if you don't get there by the right time, you're going to be looking for parking for a while. Like you gotta get there at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
And obviously,
that's fine for me.
But that flea market's pretty good. Like usually takes me like a good hour and a half to look through everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for a lot of different things, but I mean, yeah, I usually end up coming home with like knock around shirts or socks, underwear, stuff like that. I get like odds and ends, but I mean, I always end up finding some cool movies by the time I get out of there.
It looked like there was a lot of physical media there. After I watched your video, I started looking around on YouTube for other people's videos, and I found another dude who's a movie collector, and he found all kinds of shit out there too.
Well, there's always different vendors every week. It depends on that person's mood, if they feel like showing up. Some weeks I won't even have enough money for all the stuff I'm finding, and other weeks I come home with like just 2 movies and that's it. Yeah. But you just don't know what you're going to find until you go.
How often do you go out there?
Before all this BS started with the COVID, I was going like every other weekend. But once the COVID kicked in, I went back in, I'm going to say sometime after 4th of July. And it was like, it really just made me depressed to see the amount of masks that were for sale.
Yeah.
And it was, like, there was other stuff for sale, but the main focus was COVID masks.
Yeah.
And then there's people getting into arguments about people not wearing their mask. And right away, I just left the fucking flea market. I was like, I'm done with this. I'm not coming back until COVID's done.
Yeah.
So
it's upsetting.
But yeah, just seeing all the masks for sale and people just acting like children about it. I was just like, let me go home, man. But since then, I mean, it's still a great flea market regardless, but I'm just probably not going to go back until we clear this up, if we do.
Yeah, I want to go check that place out.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to meet up with you someday. I'm definitely down for that. So probably I would say springtime, maybe March or April. I'll definitely be down for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll stay in touch with you about that.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Is it cold where you guys are now?
No.
Yeah.
It's really windy where I'm at for some reason. Like it feels like it's about to rain, but apparently it's not supposed to rain. But it's about probably 50 degrees here.
No, I was out today in a short sleeve shirt and shorts and flip flops.
Nice.
Yeah. So was I. I was cutting the lawn earlier today in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, it is not cold here.
Yeah, it was I don't know, maybe like 70 degrees here today.
What was I remember last week on the stream you were saying, Ben, about how you were hot as shit.
Yeah.
And where I was at, it was the total opposite where I'm at. It was freezing here last week.
Yeah, I even got like a little jacket thing on.
So how's the climate where you're at now, Ben?
It's probably about right outside right now. Let's see, it is about 60 degrees. Clear sky, chance of rain, 10%.
Are those forest fires still going on in Cali?
There are still fires, but the air quality is not as bad as it was. I think they're mostly contained.
All right, that's good to hear at least.
Cody's
Yeah, it was.
45 degrees where he is.
Say again?
Cody said it's 45 degrees where he is in Indiana.
That sounds cold.
That's chilly.
It's cold enough.
I was I came back. I got home about 2 a.m. last night from work. And at 2 a.m., I think it was mid 50s, but on a motorcycle with the wind, with like a 90-degree wind chill factor. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit.
Oh,
Probably had ice in your mustache.
My hands were cold because they're just like.
Hey, you were texting me this morning. I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning today, like a dumbass, and I started seeing things on the chat from you. I was like, "The fuck is he doing awake?"
Yeah, man.
God,
yeah, it was my schedule's so fucked up right now.
I think it was 4:45 your time, and I'm getting messages from you. We're talking about Kirk Hammond at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, my 5 in the morning. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it was, I think I didn't get to bed till I think 7 a.m. That's how fucked up my schedule is.
Yeah, you're flipped completely upside down.
Yeah, it's nuts, man.
Yeah, I went to bed at like 11 o'clock last night and got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I couldn't even begin to tell you. I woke up at 2 o'clock and had to force myself back to sleep. I don't know. I have no idea. I could not sleep last night.
Yeah, it's such a weird fucking time warp shit we're in right now.
Yeah, it is.
I can't even go to sleep without medicine.
Oh, it sucks.
I haven't gone to sleep without medicine in probably about 6 years now.
My problem has never been going to sleep. My problem is staying asleep. If I hear anything and it wakes me up, I'm fucked. I can't go back to sleep. It's terrible.
I'm like I can't get to sleep. If my mind will just be like, I'm thinking about all sorts of shit, motherfucker. You ain't sleeping.
That's what happens to me.
I do that with stressful shit. I stress about bills and stupid shit, and then I think about this stuff as I'm trying to go to bed.
Yep. Yeah, I usually have no problem whatsoever going to sleep, but if I wake up, it's over.
Yeah.
I got up at 4 o'clock. I was like, well, screw it. If I need to take a nap, I guess I'll take a nap. But I might as well get up and do something rather than lay here for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got up and I was watching YouTube and editing videos and drinking coffee. I have 3 videos in the can right now waiting to be edited. One of which is that Scream Factory set.
I tried making a video earlier, and it was like an 18-minute video. I'm like, all right, good. I got the video done. I'm uploading it, and everything was upside down.
Oh my God.
I was like, fuck, dude. I just spent all that time on that. I was like ready to punch a hole in someone's face, but I just had to take a deep breath and do it again. And I eventually got it done. So, it's always, I mean, I did have a tablet. It crapped out on me, but now I'm down to a cell phone. But the cell phone would just randomly do some weird shit sometimes where the view will turn around. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I checked all this before I hit record.
I've never tried to edit a video on a cell phone. I don't even know how to do it.
I
don't know how to edit at all. I know how to hit stop on the record button. That's about it.
I've mastered the stop button as well. I'm pretty good with the stop.
Yeah.
Right now I have apparently a new season of Eli Roth's History of Horror started.
Mm.
Oh, it's up on Shudder now?
Right now it's on AMC.
Oh, okay.
How many episodes is there so far?
I don't know. I didn't even know that this was on.
I saw like 2 weeks ago, it was on a torrent site that the first episode was up, and I was like, I thought that didn't come out till a couple more weeks. Unless it leaked, I guess.
Right now I'm watching something about Audition. I can't hear it, but I can see it.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Like, in my opinion, I feel like it's cool to hear Eli Roth talk about horror films sometimes, but you could really hear the geek in his voice sometimes, man. You could just, like, I don't know, like sometimes I'll be hearing him talk and I'm just like sitting there laughing to myself. Like, this dude's such a nerd, man.
Are you guys fans of Audition?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, me too. I love it.
That movie is really hard for me to watch, and it mostly has to do with Achilles cutting. I cannot really handle those, but the whole fact with Audition, it seems like Takashi Miike is more focused on slowly torturing you with all this shit. When she's taking that razor wire and she's like dee 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 dee, and she's slowly moving it through the tendon. I can't watch that shit, dude. I can't even sit there and peek through my fingers, dude. I have to sit there and be like, is it over yet? Like, that's a rough movie, but it's a great story and it's executed very well, but it's the subject matter that makes it so hard to watch.
It's tough, man. I love that shit, though.
I love the bag off to the side and
God,
the show, and then the bag, like, oh my God.
The first time I ever saw that movie, I have jumped out of my skin when that bag started rolling.
Yeah, right.
It's so good.
But as soon as you mentioned that movie, like right away, I got a chill up my back just by hearing the word Audition. I was just like, oh crap, we're gonna talk about this now.
I don't see very many movies very often that creep me out or freak me out or scare me. It doesn't happen too often. I wish that it happened more, but it's not much.
Yeah, that's certainly one of them that gets embedded in your head.
Yeah, that one didn't really bother me at all, to be honest with you.
That shit fucked my day up, dude.
I thought it was. I loved the whole way the story is told, though. I like that it sort of starts out all like I don't know, almost lighthearted, this weird like search for like
all happy.
Yeah, definitely. Like I would say, the beginning of that movie kind of like makes you think for a second. Did I put the right movie in? Am I watching Audition? Because it feels like you're watching a lighthearted movie or something like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna find this guy a new girl.
But I like when movies sort of change tone like that. I like when they can like start one way and sort of like veer into another way. There's a few movies that have done that I liked. A lot of people don't like that because they feel like it's kind of all over the place. But when they can do it well, I like it.
One of my all-time favorite movies is Martyrs.
Yeah,
and that's like two different movies.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love that movie. I love
the burial scene. The burial scene when they're burying the parents or whatever. Yeah. That is straight up. That is just such an inhuman scene, and so just not giving a fuck. Like, just throw the bodies in. Let's get them done. Like that scene is really grim.
It's rough, man.
When I was watching that, I was sort of wondering, like, because it looks like human people. Like, I'm wondering, is that
it looks like real people?
That, or is that like a big? Yeah.
I'm one of those people that looks out for that. Is that a dummy or is that a real person?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Always keep an eye out for that shit.
I was completely dumbfounded when I watched that movie. That caught me completely off guard. When I watched it, I didn't know anything about it. I'd never heard of it. Didn't know anything about it. I saw it on DVD in Best Buy. I went, I'll buy this. I put it in. I was like, what in the fuck?
That's funny you say that, because I remember Best Buy did have that movie in their store at one point. That's when they used to carry like Grindhouse releasing titles. That's when Best Buy was actually cool as shit.
I used to spend so much money in Best Buy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's when Best Buy was actually a good place for movies, dude. They used to have a whole giant aisle stacked to the brim.
Yep. I miss it.
Whatever.
Did you guys see the remake, Martyrs remake?
I did not like it. I didn't
see it.
I tried to go into that as open-minded as humanly possible, because right up front, I knew that it was going to be nothing like, it was going to be daycare compared to what the actual movie was, the original movie. And I really didn't care for it.
I've heard nothing good about it, but I was just curious.
Yeah, I bought it. I had to buy it. I was so I love Martyrs so much that I went, that movie's going to be terrible. I got it. And I bought it, and I watched it, and I put it on my shelf, and I've never watched it again.
I mean, sometimes they'll do an American remake, like The Ring or
Evil Dead. Well, no, Evil Dead's not an American remake. What else is there? Let Me In.
Let Me In. There's Funny Games.
Yeah. They made a remake for Inside too.
I haven't seen that one either.
For that yet. How is it?
I found it at Dollar Tree, and I haven't found the desire to watch it yet.
I got it. I have not watched it yet.
But I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
Inside's a crazy movie. It's great.
Yeah, Inside's
awesome.
awesome.
The original one's great, but I mean, I hear nothing but bad things about the remake.
And one of these days, I'm just going to sit down and watch like a whole shitload of remakes that I have not watched yet. I'm just going to spend a whole day and watch them. And
that's you're gonna watch half of one, and then you're gonna go, nope.
Well, no, I made it through Martyrs, and that movie was not good. So the only remake that I've ever watched in my life that I flat out went, I have no reason to watch this movie, was the remake of Psycho.
I saw that in the theater, and
that's the one with Vince Vaughn, right?
Yeah. It's like a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho. I got maybe halfway through that, and I was like, "Why did they make this?"
They probably figured because the original is not in color, so that's updated. Let's give them a little bit of an update for no reason.
It's an embarrassment. I can't stand it.
I wouldn't call, this is for Danny in the comment, I would not call the 1998 Godzilla a remake.
A remake.
That doesn't classify as remake. That was like a Jurassic Park reboot. I have not seen the American Oldboy. I've only seen the original one.
It's good.
That's right.
It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I do want to check that out.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth your time to watch it. It's good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
That's one of those movies that I considered watching with my wife, and then I very quickly rethought that choice. I've never even presented it to her. She'd get to the end of that movie and she'd be ready to kill me.
I think so, but it's a good movie though.
Yeah, it's good. She watched Martyrs with me the first time I watched it.
Oh my God! Wow.
I thought she was going to smash a pot over my head or something.
Now, Martyrs is sort of touted for its brutality, and it is brutal. But I think because it was so highly sort of like touted when I saw it, it didn't like feel as brutal as I thought it was going to be or something. So yeah. I don't know. I have a different sort of feeling about it than a lot of other people, I think.
I think the only movie that I ever watched, and I watched it within the last year, that had so much hype about how messed up it was that I finally found it. And like Sean was saying, you never know what you're going to find in FYE. I found a Serbian film.
Okay.
FYE?
FYE, I found a Serbian film, and I watched that, and I was completely grossed out and freaked out. And I knew going in, that's the only one that there was so much hype about how ridiculous and over the top it was. That lived up to it for me.
I still haven't seen that one.
Same here.
It's not
an uncut, or I have a cut version of it. Apparently, it's missing 3 minutes, and I'm also told that it's very pointless to watch the cut version.
Oh my God, it's rough. It's not an easy watch.
So, I mean, I've seen it, but I haven't seen those 3 extra minutes.
I don't think mine's cut.
I've watched a lot of reviews. I know Jen loves it from Jen's Reviews from the Grave.
Yeah, she's always raving about that movie.
And I've heard
out there.
I've heard that it's like a well-made movie.
Oh yeah.
So there's There's something
Like-
to be said if a movie is like, if there's people put a lot of care and thought into a movie, even though it's like despicable or disturbing or whatever. I mean, there's still
I would
merit.
say I would definitely say the whole production value of it looks high class. That's
Yeah.
for sure. It doesn't look like some people rented a camera and made a movie real quick. It definitely looks like a high production film.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some money behind it,
Yeah.
but it
And I
is
feel
not,
like the main character, I feel like I've seen him in something before. I can't put my finger on it though.
immediately after I started watching, I was like, "What the hell? What? This is not what I expected." But it's definitely worth your time, Ben. Mark, I don't know if you want to watch that movie.
I would definitely say that a Serbian film, I would say is definitely worth seeing once because of its reputation.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you're a fan of horror, it's kind of like a one. You got to see it at least once, I think.
It's just like one of these like things like, when am I ever in the mood to watch like a Serbian film when there's all these other movies that I also want to watch? You know, it's like, I don't know what mood I'd have to be in to be like, today's the day I'm going to watch that dude fuck a baby. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that I'm ever in that mood.
Oh,
Well, I never have a mood to watch Necromantic, so they just been sitting on my shelf collecting dust.
I watched, I've not seen the first one, but I watched the second one, and the second one was really, I liked it a lot, actually. It was a lot different than I thought it was going to be.
Like, I mean, I don't know. The first Necromantic, it's really like the climax scene. The very like last 15 minutes is probably the most disturbing because the guy he's masturbating and then he cuts his own dick off and all this shit and yeah.
I rented those movies from West Coast Video on VHS 1,000 years ago, and there was another. I'm sitting in front
My
of that.
West Coast had them too.
I'm looking at that, going, "What in the hell am I watching right now?" Yeah,
I bet you they had trouble deciding on if they should put that in the porn section or the horror section.
It's out there.
Jason
West Coast Video had great stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab my pizza. I'll be right back.
Man,
All right.
Yeah, Jason sent me Necromantic 2 in a box, and I just set it aside in my watch pile. And then Bryn over Horror Hands said, I really like to get Necromantic 2. And I said, I'll send it to you. I never.
you
I
talk
got
about
you covered.
Horrific Nightmares.
Sorry, what? Yeah, Horrific Nightmares. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, he's not too far from us either, Sean. He's over in Maryland.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, he's not too far.
He's about probably 2.5 hours away from me, I think.
Yeah. If all this damn COVID stuff wasn't going on, man, I'd try and find like a con that we could all try and somehow meet at. But Ben's all the way out in friggin' Oakland. Damn it.
Yeah, I might do the next Monster Mania.
I'm planning on going in March. If
Yeah,
they
I think
do-
I think I might actually do it too. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to do the whole weekend. It might just be one day, but
Yeah, that's what
I
I'll
really
do.
want to do it.
I'll do I'll probably go on a Saturday. I used to go to them every year or twice a year. I used to go to all of them. But
I've
now
never been one. I've never been to one before because I could never find anyone to go with.
they're fun. I went to the very first one, and then I went to several of the. I'd say within the first 20 of them, I was probably at 12 of them. But then after my son was born, and I'm not blaming it on my son being born, but after he was born, I just had better shit to do with my time. I stopped going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But he's 13 now, and he said that he wants to go. So if they do it in March, we're probably going to go.
Well, that's great that he's following in your footsteps.
Kinda.
He's halfway there.
Well, last night he came down here to borrow John Carpenter's The Thing, so I got to be doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But I'll stay in touch with you about that, John, about going to Monster Mania.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have every intention of going.
But
If
as
they
of right now, like I'm 100% on board with going. So I mean, unless something drastic pops up at that time, I'm gonna be going.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. I was thinking about trying to go to Scarefest this year, but then I saw it was like right around the time that I was getting off of work for the year, and then it got canceled. So
That's the trend nowadays.
Yeah, Scarefest is in Kentucky, and I was thinking about trying to get Mark to go, and Cody to go, and Dave from DTN2 Horror to go. I was going to try and get everybody to meet in Kentucky, but it just didn't work out.
I mean, if we ever get that many people to go to like a convention or something, I will definitely consider on getting on a plane. I can't say for sure, but I will definitely think about it as long as I have the money to do it.
I don't like flying. I'd rather get in a car and drive.
Yeah, same here.
I don't care. Just sedate me, put me on a plane.
And that's why I was thinking about Scarefest, because it's closer for Mark and Cody and Dave than it is for me. But I would get in my car and go out there and see if I can meet up with you guys. But Lord only knows when that'll ever happen at this point, because I have no idea what to even think is going to happen with this world right now.
Yeah. Cody and I, before everything went down, had planned to meet in Gatlinburg, but
yeah,
because he goes there a lot and it's not too far from me.
Yeah. Mark, where is that place that you have told me about that it's
the Monster Mash Burgers?
No, the place, it's all media. It's all physical media.
McKay's. Three locations: Knoxville, Nashville, and Chattanooga, all in Tennessee.
And how big are those places?
Super Walmart sized.
And it's all physical media.
Well, it's books mostly, but they have huge sections. The horror section is usually you're talking about 3 foot wide shelves, 6 feet tall, and there's usually 5 for horror.
Oh my God.
And that doesn't count the bargain horror. They have huge tables that are bargain tables where everything's like $1.95 or less.
Oh my goodness God.
And I just go through there and I'm like, well, I know people would like this. I know people would like this. I just go to the bargain table and just get everything I think people would like.
How much are things that are not bargain horror? How much do they usually cost?
They vary in price. They do know that Italian horror is pricey, is valuable.
Yeah.
So that you're talking usually roughly Amazon used price, but you're not having to pay shipping.
Yeah.
But the thing is, sometimes you can find real bargains. Like, for instance, steel books don't have barcodes on them if they've been used. So often they'll price steelbook. They'll just go, well, okay, there's no barcode. So if it's a steelbook of Halloween, they'll just look up Halloween and see what price Halloween is and slap it on the label.
No kidding.
I've gotten steelbooks for $1.95.
That's because the barcode's on the J card.
Yeah, and people usually throw the J card away.
Yep.
Right.
And then you're
supposed to cut it out.
There are things like you'll find neat stuff. Like I found the these were.
Oh my God, I want them so bad. How much were they?
I don't want them.
$9 each. $9 each. I didn't bat an eye.
That's awesome.
I
don't want those.
Oh no.
The 30th anniversary set, it was $25.
Oh man.
So
Jesus Christ. I definitely would have went broke in that place with no problem.
I'm not even kidding you. I would drive to Tennessee to go to those 3 stores.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't go expecting to find anything in particular, and sometimes you don't find much stuff. But you'll always find stuff on that bargain table because you'll go $1.95. I'll take that.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes you find great stuff, and sometimes you don't.
Wow.
I just love it. I love shopping there.
How often do you go?
Probably every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you like? I guess when you finally go, you kind of like make a big purchase when you go, though.
I do.
As long as they have the stuff you want.
Right. I usually spend 100. I think probably the most I've spent is 200.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100 would be a typical visit. And I usually try and combine it so that I have a long weekend so I can hit 2 of them.
Yeah.
So
how far apart are they?
I think Chattanooga to Knoxville's about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So, adding 3 hours round trip isn't bad. But yeah, the $1.95, I say it table, but it's like 8 or 10 tables. And they have so much that under the 8 or 10 tables, they have these giant bins that you could roll out. And if you want to dig through them, you can dig through them.
And it's all horror?
No. I'm sorry. The bins are bargain. They're not separated by category.
Okay.
So you do have to, you will have to look over a bunch that's not horror.
Yeah, that's fine.
And they do other stuff. They got Funko Pops and board games, video games, basically anything used of value.
They probably have DVD-Rs of They Live Inside Us.
Yes, they probably do.
Still can't believe this bullshit.
You could go to that store and get that for $1.95, Sean.
The material of it's worth that. What, piece of paper and a DVR disc for a Blu-ray?
That's awful.
What a blowjob that was.
Oh, no.
I can't remember the last time I bought something that was supposed to be a legit release, but the sleeve is made out of paper and the disc is a Blu-ray disc apparently, and now it's a DVD-R. Oh yeah, it's gonna look great, isn't it? Yeah. I'm happy I spent $18 for this fucking table coaster.
Speaking of which, my pizza arrived looked like it got dropped. Arrived slammed in the fucking corner, and the box was broken on the corner. So I'm chatting with the customer support here because that's not $60 worth of pizza, man.
No.
Yeah, right.
Not for
$60. They got to give you some kind of credit there or something.
I think they're just going to give me a full refund. They better give me a full refund. I told them I'm not going to eat it, even though I'm going to eat it. I said, I can't even eat this shit.
Though,
I'd be pissed if that was a $10 pizza.
Oh yeah, it's some bullshit. I mean, yeah, especially for the that much money, you'd expect just a regular pizza to be delivered, not some fucking corner pizza that's been all smashed up into a fucking calzone or some shit. I didn't order a calzone. I didn't order a fucking
pizza.
It's like people were playing football with your pizza and shit.
Oh my god, a corner pizza.
This call is being recorded for quality and training purposes.
Hold on.
Oh my god. You ain't right, man. You won't hold?
No, he's talking to him because he's muted.
Okay. $60 for a pizza. That thing arrives smashed. I'm having a fit.
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed.
I mean, I guess your money is different in California, I guess, but if I paid $60 for a pizza here, number one, I'd have to have my head examined. Here,
my wife, you did what?
Yeah, there's no way, man. No way.
Hey,
East
another
Coast
$60.
I guess a pizza around here is typically between $17 and $20. And sometimes I'm like, that's too much money. We usually get 3 pizzas on Friday nights, and it's like, I guess it's around $45, which is not terrible, but it's 3 large pizzas for less than the price that he's paying for that one that he just got that's crushed.
Yeah.
You know, another thing with this Blu-ray, the sleeve inside is actually too big, so it's like wrinkled over. They couldn't even cut a piece of paper right. The fuck.
Oh my god!
I can see if that Blu-ray was like $10, but $18 plus shipping for something that was made in someone's house.
I ordered a Trauma DVD off of eBay. God, 20 years ago. I pulled it out of the mailbox. It was shrink wrapped. I unwrapped it, opened it up, and the disc was snapped in half inside the box. Like somebody snapped the disc and put it in there and sent it to me on eBay.
Oh, from eBay.
Yeah.
God, man. So many scumbags out in the world, man.
They replaced it. No argument whatsoever. I couldn't believe it. But how in the hell did they break that disc and then mail it to me? How do you not know that the disc is broken?
Some people just say, fuck it, let's send him this and see if he accepts it. Some people do that shit, man. It's.
I opened that case and looked at it. I was like, what the hell? Because obviously it can't fit on the ring because it's broken in half.
Yeah.
So out of the mailbox, you could hear it jangling around in there. Unbelievable.
And that person did not give a fuck.
No.
They probably heard it. They probably heard it in there, and they were like, whatever, he paid for it already.
Unbelievable. That was the first thing I ever bought off of eBay was that.
Oh boy, that soured your perception of eBay.
The very first thing. I couldn't even believe it. That thing arrived at my house. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Never had another problem since.
Yeah. I remember my dad tried to buy what was it? It was some kind of like Super Bowl or World Series replica ring. Yeah. And then he's telling me that he bought this ring, and I said, well, where's the picture at? Let me see it. And he said, there wasn't any picture. And I was like, oh, okay, you bought something on eBay without a picture. That's great. So, yeah, he ends up getting this ring. It's a Raiders ring, Raiders Super Bowl ring, which is not what he wanted at all. But from there on, he won't buy nothing on eBay now, just from that one experience.
Holy crap.
I mean, I think he only lost like $20 on it, but it was still like, that was his first experience. Yeah, it was still that was his first experience with it, and he was like, "Well, not buying from there again." No, I was like, "Don't buy something unless you see a picture or something."
Yeah, absolutely. You can send that Raiders ring over here.
Oh, you're a Raiders fan?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Hey,
it's all right, man.
You're all right.
I mean, being from Philadelphia, it took me a long time to respect other fans, but I do now. I really do. It took me a long time to, but I do.
The Philly fans don't have the best reputation.
No, not at all. We throw batteries at Santa Claus, so.
You cheer when Michael Irvin breaks his neck.
But I'll tell you one thing, though. Philadelphia fans get a bad reputation, but, they will not back down for anyone, dude. Oh, no, they will not back down for anyone, dude. I love it.
Do you go to a lot of sporting events?
My dad used to be a season ticket holder with the Flyers and the Phillies, but now he only does a partial plan with the Phillies, and he won't do the Flyers anymore because he had front row seats for like 12 years, and then they slapped a Lexus thing on there and said, hey, we're bumping up the price $175. My dad said, look, I'll pay that price, but why do I have kids all around me? Well, they're season ticket holders. My dad said, all right, well, now I'm not. After 12 years of season ticket holding, you'd think that they would do something to keep them, but they didn't care.
No, that's awful.
But, I mean, we just kind of buy single tickets now. And, yeah, he'll do a game plan with the Phillies, but he doesn't really buy many Eagles tickets because they're fucking expensive, dude.
It's expensive, yeah. I've been in the Link one time in my life, and it was for a Metallica concert. I've never been in there for.
Yeah, I've been to 2 football games at the Link. It's quite an experience.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
Yeah,
it's head and shoulders over the Vet.
Oh my God, the Vet was like a volatile dump, man.
Yes, it was.
I think people got cancer from being in that building. I think that's why Darren Dalton died. Seriously, he ended up getting like a brain tumor because of all that asbestos inside the building.
It's bad in there, man.
Well, they weren't able to prove that, but I think that's why he died.
Oh my goodness, God! Yeah, that place is a dump, man.
I mean, that's the only place. That's the only sporting place I ever been in where I'm walking around, everything looks clean, and I got rats running over my feet.
Yeah, it was terrible in there.
But that was actually my first experience with rats, was being at the vet. So,
good night, Cody.
Night, Cody.
good night, Cody. Take care, man.
Yeah, that place was rough.
Oh my God, it was awful. I was actually at the very last game at the vet for the Phillies.
Yeah.
And I mean, that year the Phillies were bad anyway, but you know, we went to the game and just got drunk and ate a bunch of food and you know, just made the best of it. But
are you old enough to remember JFK Stadium?
Oh God, no, that was way before my time. I mean, I was born in '83, so I think JFK was gone before the '70s or something like that.
No, it was, I saw a concert at JFK. It was one of the last concerts ever there.
Yeah, I know that place was pretty much history before I could even think straight.
I was there in 1988. I was there, and I think that place got torn down in either '88 or '89.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That was also a dump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place was rough, man. I used to
you ever been to a Devils game?
No.
Never been to a Devils game?
Believe it or not, I'm not a hockey. No.
Sometimes when I don't know. I mean, like I don't expect everyone to like sports, but when I hear someone like sports and they're like, I don't like hockey, I'm like, what? You like sports? You don't like hockey?
Well,
like, I don't know. It always blows my mind, but hey, we all like what we like, so.
Yeah, man. I like football and martyrs.
Yeah. I play for the Albuquerque Martyrs.
I just saw a commercial for. Is there another Twilight Zone movie getting made? Or am I seeing something about the old movie?
I'm aware of the TV series.
No, you know what it is? It looks new because it's filming locations on History of Horror. That's why it looks new.
Okay. I know M. Night Shyamalan is currently filming in Philadelphia right now.
Oh, is he?
And he had to close off a block. He had to close off a block in Philadelphia because they had to take all this fake snow to make the block look like it's all covered in snow for a snowy setting or something. But
that's cool.
I caught it on the news like 2 days ago. They were down there. The news crew was filming what they were shooting and everything. But yeah, apparently he's making a film in Philadelphia right now. That's going to be some kind of winter setting film or something like that. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, he's currently working on that in Philadelphia right now.
I like his stuff, man. His stuff is out there too. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for the most part, I do like his filmography, but I mean, as every good director has got some kind of clunker film that they put out.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would say the last film I really enjoyed was Split. That was probably like the last one I really enjoyed all the way through.
I'm trying to remember if Split was the one that I saw. Yes, I saw
23 personalities.
Yeah, I saw Split. I saw Split, but I haven't seen Glass.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Glass,
but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I own it.
Yeah, giant watch file.
Yeah. You know, a movie I really liked that he did was The Visit.
Yeah, Visit was good.
I couldn't get into that one.
Oh,
I couldn't do it. The characters were unbearable.
That kid was such a good rapper, though. I'm just kidding.
I love the ending of that movie.
Yeah, I liked that movie a lot.
Yeah, it caught me off guard.
It did nothing for me. Sorry, guys.
I have respect for movies that catch me off guard because it doesn't happen a lot.
Like you said, Sean, we like what we like, man. I'm not a big hockey fan. So.
I mean, like, I don't know. I tried watching The Visit maybe 2 or 3 times, and every time I watch it, I'm like, what is the appeal here? I don't get it. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I dug it. Yeah, so the thing that's on right now that I thought was a new Twilight Zone is the director talking about the accident that happened.
Oh, when dude got his head cut off with the helicopter blade. I forget his name.
Vic
Yeah.
Morrow.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's
You know, John Landis almost went to prison for that.
yeah. Yep.
That's crazy. Like, guy didn't even try to kill someone. You're about to go to prison for some attempted murder bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, his production that production broke a bunch of like child labor laws and shit.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about.
I mean, there
Just like
was
everybody did back in those days. Everybody broke every law back in those days. I mean, nobody gave a fuck about laws back then.
I think I just recently saw somebody talking about that. Has anybody watched Cursed Films?
Mm-hmm.
Did they talk about this movie on there?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget.
Okay, that's where I think that's where I saw him talking about it.
You know, the Twilight Zone movie, that's a film that needs a real full-length documentary for it.
Yeah, that's cool movie, man.
I just watched it again for the first time since the 80s, probably like a month ago or so.
Yeah.
I always hear negative things for that movie. Everybody always shits on it. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite films from the year I was born.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone shit from it. They didn't make movies when I was born. Dark Ages.
I made the first movie.
Exactly.
I watched it. I definitely think I watched it in 2020, like maybe January or February, something like that. And it's the first time I'd seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I love that movie.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too.
I always hear people saying, like, yeah, it's a good movie, but this story and that story kind of sucks. And then I'm just like, I don't even want to talk to you anymore, dude. But, you know, that one story with the little kid who can just wish anything upon anyone, God damn, that's executed so well. And then when you see that crazy-ass rabbit come out of the hat, how the hell do you even make that shit?
Yeah.
I don't even know how they executed that scene, but I would love to see how they did it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, full refund on this fucking piece of shit pizza.
Yes. Now donate the $60 to someone's channel.
Oh, they just recredited my account. They're like, you're gonna get a $60 pizza next week, fucker. We know it.
Why don't you go in there and make a video? Just walk in one day. Like, we have to show the world how a $60 pizza is made.
Yeah.
Oh, that place is madness. Well, I don't know what it's like now, but there's like, it was just like basically like 1,000 people inside of a 500 capacity restaurant. It's just like it's super crowded. You have to basically like call in your order and then just like go and wait in a line to pick it up. They're busy, man, because they do make some good shit.
Yeah.
Are they only located in Cali?
Yeah, it's a local chain. There's, I want to say there's 3 Zachary's Pizzas, but they've been around for decades, you know?
I'm going to have to look that up on the internet just to get a better idea of what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're, well, here, I'll show you.
You said Zachary's Pizza?
Yeah. I'll show you how this is. Let me see if I can.
You know, it's so hard to get shit on that camera.
That's how my pizza arrived. Can you see that?
Oh, okay. It looks like a face hugger bursted out of it.
Yeah, it got it was like pregnant, yeah, with the face burster. So at least they refunded me because that pisses me off.
Right thing. That's the right thing to do.
Oh yeah,
It's the only thing to do.
Yeah, it's fantastic when people do the right thing. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Janae and I went to Sonic for lunch last weekend, and the burger that I got looked like somebody punched it before they put it in the bag.
oh yeah.
You probably stepped on it.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That's usually why I don't eat fast food. And here's another thing I don't do a lot with fast food. I don't get ketchup and mustard and all the condiments on it. Because when you ask for that stuff, they give you a whole bottle of it on there. And then your sandwich is dripping in ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. I can't eat a burger that's dipped in ketchup. I can't do that.
Dude, I worked at Togo's, which is like a food or like a sandwich shop back in when I was like, I don't know, 18 or 19 or something. And they would, like, people would come in, they'd be like, I want extra pickles. And they'd be like a lot of pickles. And I'm like a lot of fucking pickles. And they'd be like a lot. And they'd see me right here and I'd grab like pickles, like
this is a lot of pickles here.
It's like the equivalent of like 4 whole pickles, but it was pickle slices, and I'd be like, "Here's your fucking pickle sandwich, you fucking weirdo."
Yeah, oh god, you fucking dildo.
Enjoy, you sick fuck.
My God. That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, but condiments kill me, man. Like I love condiments, but when someone's making my food and they just dip my whole burger in ketchup, basically, like, I can't eat that, dude.
I don't ever alter my food, ever. Never for any reason, ever. If there's going to be something on there that I don't like, I order it anyway, and I take it off myself. Because if you go someplace and say, I want this and this with no onions, you're going to get extra onions. You're going to get either 4 times as many of something else you don't like. It's going to be anything other than what you asked for. So if I know
99%,
I don't alter my food ever, never. I take it off myself. But I'm not somebody who takes shit off my food. I'm not a picky eater. But every once in a blue moon, there's something, and I take care of it myself.
So you're the type of eater. You're okay with sticking a funnel down your throat and just going at it, right?
Oh, I'll eat. Yeah, I eat.
Yeah, you don't even care about chewing, do you?
No, it's pretty retarded how
much. By the way, Patrick is talking about Togo's. That's where I used to work. That's where I would pull those pickle shenanigans.
Togo's.
Dude, I would do anything to be able to see that shit. Oh my goodness, God!
I had a lot of fun working there, man. It was actually like it was fun enough. I mean, it's a shitty job, but you know, if you have like a fun people to work with, it's a fun time.
I've always said I had a job from the age of like 21 to 27. I worked in a grocery store, and it was a pain in the ass job. I didn't make a lot of money. They would change your hours for no other reason but to be a dick. And that was the most fun I ever had working in my life. And it was straight up because of the people I worked with.
Yeah.
So we laughed for 8 hours a day, every single day. It was the greatest time. And that job sucked.
Yeah,
but it's definitely important. It's definitely important to work around people that you can tolerate on jobs, because I've had jobs where I was making like $14 an hour, and because of 3 guys I couldn't tolerate, I just said, "Fuck that! I'm going to offer these 2 dudes out at the end of this shift. If they don't fight me, I'm just walking the fuck home." So that's exactly what happened. I was actually working at a refrigerator company. I was like, this dude says something to me one more time, not even going to give him a warning. I'm just going to punch him in his mouth. But now he decided to step back and, watch his mouth or whatever. But before I left, I said, anybody else got a fucking problem? Let's go outside right now, because I quit already. I'm not going to get locked up. Everyone's looking at me like I'm fucking crazy, of course. But to me, it's a big deal to work around cool people, because they're going to help you get through your day a lot easier, whether the job sucks or not. But I've walked out of so many good paying jobs because I couldn't tolerate the people.
It's important. It's tremendously important.
To me, it is. It's definitely important. I mean, I've worked at plenty of jobs where I still talk to a lot of people. I'm not working at that job anymore, but I still talk to the people that I developed relationships with.
I still play fantasy football with 2 of the people from that grocery store, and we started that league in 1992.
Jesus Christ. I was 11 years old, I think.
And
I was 11 years old, 92.
There's 4 people in a 10-team league that have been in that league since 1992, and I'm one of them.
That's awesome, dude. That's dedication, and that's just love right there, dude. You guys love doing it, man.
It's fun, man.
I'm Facebook friends with one of my Togo's coworkers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I really feel like, developing relationships with people at jobs is really important. I mean, like I said, I talked to a lot of people I used to work with. They're not working at that job anymore. I'm not working at that job. Fuck that job. But, I developed some cool relationships with people because to me, relationships are important.
Absolutely. It makes things bearable or it makes things not bearable.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've worked at jobs before where I had to train people. Like most of my resume work, like I did a lot of car detailing for like almost 12 years, but I used to have to like train people sometimes, but I wouldn't train these people if I felt like they weren't cool. I'm not training you, dude. Like I would tell my shop manager right away, like, yo, that guy he's not good, dude. You got to get him out of here. Oh, what's the problem? The problem is he sucks. Like, that's it. I'm not going to keep fucking telling you why this dude fucking sucks. He sucks. And I'm not going to keep trying to show this guy how to work. It's just not going to work.
The problem is he's about to have my fist all up in his eyeball.
But there's like some people, like, you meet someone and they're very talkative. Like, all right, that's a normal human being. But some people, when they're just completely shut down, it's like, all right, there's something wrong here. This guy's not on the same planet as me. I got to do something here. I can't work with this guy. I'm sorry. It's just not going to work.
I mean, he could just be like an introvert, right?
Say that again?
Could just be like an introvert or something?
Yeah, I guess that's always an option, but
Introverts get punched in the fucking face.
They just get punched in the face
multiple times.
Oh my God.
My team at work right now, I think, is 14 people, and every one of them's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's rare. That's fucking rare. Last time I worked at a job with that many people was a car wash, and they were all convicts.
But
every single one of them was a convict except for me. And I remember when the first week I worked at this job. So what did you get locked up for? Fuck are you talking about, dude? I didn't get locked up for shit. What did I get locked up for? I think you meant to ask, what am I working here for?
Yeah. How long you been out, dude?
My God.
I remember that, though. When I got this car wash job, and I didn't really know anything about it. The guy hires me, and it was like a couple days later, guys tell me, like, yo, everybody in here is a convict. Like, what did you get locked up for? Like, I didn't get locked up for nothing, dude. Like, I just fucking found this job on Craigslist, and I'm working it now. So,
oh, my God.
but yeah, when I found that out, though, I was like, what the fuck, dude? And then it really turned into most of the people like, yo, you think I could borrow $5 or $10 off you? Like, nah, dude, it don't work that way. I don't hand out money to convicts. It just doesn't work that way.
Can I get a smoke? Do you smoke? Can I get a smoke?
Oh, that's all day long, dude. You better have a pack ready for those motherfuckers.
I've had pretty good luck as far as people not fucking with me too much at work. I had one boss who was like a dickhead. I was like a laborer. I was building like this stadium at a college, and I don't know what his fucking beef was with me because I'm a chill dude, man. I'm easy going. I'm pretty easy to get along with. So I don't know what his story was, but yeah, he would just always make me do like the worst shit ever. For no good reason.
He probably thought you were a pushover. Probably figured, well, I don't have to do shit. This nice guy over here will take care of it.
Well, I mean, he was like my manager, and so it was like summer in Sacramento. It was probably like, I don't know, over 100 degrees every day, and like we're out in the sun, like working on this fucking stadium. So he'd make me do like all the fucked up shit.
Yeah, that guy sounds like he needs to get socked in the face and left for dead.
Yeah. Don't know what his story was, but other than that, most people have been not that big an asshole to me.
Well, that's good to hear, man. Welcome to the East Coast.
That's why I keep to myself. It's so weird that like my older son said a couple months ago, that it's so weird to see me actually have friends because I don't talk to nobody. I stay in my house and I hang out with my wife. That's about it.
That sounds like what I do.
Yeah.
Hang out with the wife and the kids.
That's what I do, except I don't have a wife or kids.
Yeah.
Gotta
You have
acquire
fun.
those.
I have a dog and a bunch of horror figures and shit. That's something, right?
I mean, like, you know, all the stuff you guys are talking about right now is like just simple everyday stuff, really. You know, you guys stay in, you enjoy what you enjoy, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. I used to always think that too when I was kind of transitioning from partying every day to just kind of sitting in the house and not doing anything every day. And I used to always be like, I should probably be doing more with myself, but I'm actually content with what I'm doing, and that's really nothing. And it keeps me out of trouble, so I can't complain.
I like to be home, man. I'm not really usually interested in going anywhere. I just like to be here.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I miss going. My work commute sucks because it's like a little over 90 miles a day. But man, that's been a lot of fucking apartment time for me personally.
Yeah.
Which is just like alone time in my apartment. So I think it's better for me to go to work and be around people. You know what I mean? I mean, it's all good except it's been like it's been fucking months of this shit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But I don't know.
That's all good, man.
I keep myself entertained though.
Hey, at least you got a dog.
That's true.
You got a dog, and he keeps it real.
Got to keep it real.
Yeah.
Yeah, HorrorCon. I would like to go to a HorrorCon.
Yeah. We were talking about meeting up at a HorrorCon while you were getting your pizza.
Oh man, which one?
Which one was it, John?
Well, me and John were talking about possibly meeting up for Monster Mania at Cherry Hill, New Jersey in the spring.
And the one that I was thinking that Mark and Cody and Dave and I could probably try and go to is Scarefest in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were talking about that, possibly getting everybody to meet up for that one.
It would be a bit of a drive, but I would go.
Shit, I'd be on board. If I had the money, I would be on board like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, why not? What the hell?
I'd go across the country to a con to meet up with people.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up a hitchhiker on the way back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not driving across country. Fuck that shit.
It would be awesome.
I might go to Hawaii for Thanksgiving. I haven't decided yet.
Oh, that'd be nice. That's the one. That's the only one I need to knock off for my 50 states. I've been to 49.
My brother lives in Honolulu, and my parents are going over there for Thanksgiving. Usually we have Thanksgiving at my parents' house, so I think I might end up going, which would be kind of cool.
Are your parents out there with you?
They're about 100 miles away in Sacramento.
Okay.
I think if you have the time and the money, you should definitely do it, then.
Yeah, because also I've got these two little nephews. I don't get to see that often.
Yeah, so, absolutely go.
Definitely be good for you to get out, though. I mean, you know, like I said, if you got the money and the time, definitely do it, you know.
Man, I'm like, there's a cap. They raised the cap, I think, to 300 hours of vacation time, and I'm like bouncing off the cap. So, like, yeah, I got plenty of hours to take for sure. It feels weird to take a vacation when it's basically the same shit as working, except, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you, do you just not take a lot of vacation?
I don't. Well, also I'm like a salary, so like if I work like a crazy like 16-hour days, I won't go in for like a few days after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and I never go like to destination vacations. For me, it's just always like take time off and do whatever.
I never do either, dude. When I take time off, I take time off and I stay home.
Yep. But I think it'll be good to go to Hawaii. I've only been to Honolulu once, so
yeah, that's awesome, man.
Oh shit! Patrick lived in Carmichael. That's in Sacramento. Nice. But yeah, I guess they. I don't know. I don't know exactly what all the sort of travel restrictions are at this point.
I don't either.
Yeah, Jenny has to go to Boston, and
Oh God, that's probably.
Massachusetts requires you to have had a COVID test, or they quarantine you.
Yeah, I think to go to Hawaii, my mom said you have to get tested 48 hours before you go.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to be quarantined when you arrive.
Yeah, 72 for Massachusetts.
Sean, where the hell did you go?
What happened?
I'm trying to see where Sean is.
Oh shit,
happened?
Sean's like, where are you at now?
I'm out on the deck right now at my house.
Oh, okay. I'm looking.
I look like I'm in a garage, but I'm actually on a deck.
Look like you went to a stadium, man.
That's exactly
like a Philly sign. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I still smoke cigarettes, and I can't smoke in the house.
You still smoke occasionally too, don't you, Ben?
I smoke a cigarette every morning.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, I don't know. It's not great for me, but it's a lot better than smoking 2 packs a day, which is what I used to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I used to definitely do a pack a day, no problem. But I mean, I'm probably down to like 10 or 12 cigarettes a day at the most.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if you can sort of mitigate your risk factors as much as possible, that's what you can do. You know. I would say my situation's pretty good considering that I used to take prescription meds all day, every day. The ones I'm not prescribed to, I used to take them illegally, and yeah, that with crazy amounts of drinking and everything. So I would say that just smoking cigarettes now, that's not too bad.
No, not bad at all.
But eventually, I will kick the cigarettes. It will happen. It'll probably happen when it's too late, when I get diagnosed with lung cancer, but it's gonna have to die from something.
I guess that's true. I think that's one way I don't exactly want to die, though.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather know how you're gonna die or when you're gonna die? If you had like that one piece of information, which would you rather have?
When?
Probably when.
I would say when.
Yeah, I guess I would too. I guess you wouldn't know.
I think if you know when, you maybe could figure out the how.
Yeah.
I think yeah. If you're like, oh shit, like I'm supposed to go to the ocean today over to Shark Beach or something. You're gonna be like, maybe I should have gone to Shark Beach today. I don't know.
Or if
Shark
you could
Beach.
see, oh shit, that's not for another 46 years. Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or you go, oh fuck, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I got shit to do. Yeah, I would say definitely the when. It's tough, man.
I guess you would not necessarily like be able to divine how though, because you could die in so many weird ass ways.
Yeah. You could choke on a piece of corner pizza.
Yeah, you could, man. You could get hit on your fucking motorcycle.
God.
Yeah, I know. You can walk out your front door and you're done.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
I always thought it'd be interesting in a movie to have like a movie start and then just have a total random death, like just like totally random death. Like someone like, you know, like on New Year's Eve, how people shoot guns in the air, just like have a bullet, like a fucking New Year's Eve bullet fucking smash into someone's head.
Yeah, imagine being that poor bastard.
Oh,
Didn't do anything other than go outside and go, Happy New Year, and then he's done. Over.
they did, I think they did bust that myth though, where a bullet falling at terminal velocity will not penetrate your skull, I think.
Really?
I think that's what they did on Mythbusters. I could be wrong.
I remember the old thing where they said if somebody dropped a penny off the Empire State Building, it would go through your head.
I do remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Except I remember hearing it was the Sears Tower. I'm actually any tall ass building will do.
Yeah, I think the Sears Tower is the biggest building in the country, unless they built something after that.
I think they did build something after that, but I could be wrong. I know there's a taller one in Malaysia, I think.
Well, I'm saying for like the United States, I think the Sears Tower is the biggest building.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think it probably still is.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, what the fuck do I know? I don't know. But that sounds right.
I mean, I only know that because I went to Chicago before, and I remember we ended up taking this weird boat tour, and they were telling us about that, how the Sears Tower is the biggest building in the country and all this shit.
Well, that sounds familiar. I think I've heard that somewhere before.
I mean, when I was growing up, that was like Sears Tower is the tallest thing.
But yeah, also, I did take that trip back in 1994, so I don't know if something's been built since then.
Well, you never know.
I mean, I think the Hancock Tower in Chicago might even be taller than the Sears Tower.
No, it's not. It's right next to it, though. It's right next to it, but it definitely is nowhere near the size of the Sears Tower.
I do not have a bucket list.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean,
I don't have a bucket list. I never really looked into that really, but I mean, sometimes when you see people's bucket list, it can be really interesting to see like the things that people want to do.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Italy. I'm half Italian. My mother's father is straight off the boat from Italy. I think it'd be neat, but I don't like to fucking fly, so that would be very difficult.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be a headache for you.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Tallest building, One World Trade Center.
What?
Yeah, is that a riddle? What is that?
That's what Wikipedia says the tallest building in America is, 1,776 feet. And let's see, I think they changed. Yeah, Sears Tower is now Willis Tower. That one's 1,451 feet. Central Park Tower is taller. So third tallest.
Okay. You hear it first.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't even. I couldn't. I don't think I could come up with a bucket list if I tried.
I think I've done most of the things I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to die, but I've done most of them. So.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I don't know that there's anything like one thing that I would say is I've always wanted to build like a street rod and chop the top of a car. So like on my bucket list, I guess.
I want to see that when it gets done.
Yeah, that's doable.
It is doable, but I mean, it's hard if you don't have a shop or whatever.
Let's just get a
Yeah,
saw.
that's very true.
Well, it's not the chopping part that's hard. It's the rewelding everything back together that's tricky.
Bring that shit over here. I'll chop that son of a bitch.
Oh, I can chop a lot. Yeah, I'll chop my neighbor's car up if I, you know.
Doesn't Cody have his own shop?
You come over here.
Cody's got his own shop.
I do have Cody has he's got two barns. One of them has a car lift in it, so that's pretty awesome. And he's got a wood shop there.
Yeah, he's definitely got the room for all that.
What is that?
Cody has a car lift?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him talking about that before. When I heard that too, I was like, God damn it, I wish I had the money in the room for all that.
Who in the hell has a car lift? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I mean,
That's pretty rad.
I don't think there's. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're not like crazy. They're not like $50,000 or something. You know, I mean, you get one for less than $5,000, I think.
Yeah, and then you got to pay someone stupid money to install it.
God,
But
that would be crazy.
if you do a lot of work on your car, man, that's one way to go.
Yeah. I'm actually sitting here now thinking of shit that I want to do.
I'd like to go to Italy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know.
Nice. Italy's very nice.
Yeah, my mom went probably 15 years ago or so, and she said it was spectacular.
I only had one day in Rome. I went to Portofino and a few other places in Italy as well, but I only had one day in Rome, and we went through in the museum, in the Vatican Museum. There's a room where there are hand-woven tapestries that are hundreds of years old that are maps.
No kidding.
And I could have spent the entire day in that room, and we went through it at breakneck speed.
Was that when you were in the military?
No. I haven't been. No, I'm not. I haven't been in the military.
Well, I thought you were in the military.
No, I was born a Marine Corps brat. I was born on the Marine Corps base.
Maybe that's what my mind is relating that to. Okay.
But yeah, I had just the one day in Rome, and I saw I went to the Colosseum, the Vatican, saw the Sistine Chapel, threw a coin in the Trevi Fountain. Just we did everything in one day.
That's cool, man.
So
here's one that would be pretty cool: the catacombs. That would be cool to see.
I haven't been in the catacombs. I've been in the cisterns that are underneath Istanbul in Turkey.
Yeah.
And they're amazing. I mean, it's where their collection of water comes to, but they were built thousands of years ago, and you can see they've taken pieces of Grecian temples and put it. There's one area where there was an upside down Medusa head.
No shit.
And it was held up. You can see them if you ever watch From Russia with Love, the James Bond film. You can see the Turkish cisterns in that movie because they're spying on the other embassy with like a periscope, and they're underneath the city in there.
That's cool.
So I've gotten to do a ton of fantastic things. There are some I haven't done. I haven't been to Antarctica. I wanted to go to Antarctica. But I don't think that's going to happen. Galapagos Islands. I wanted to go to the Galapagos Islands.
I guess I'm too simple of a man. I can't think of anything I want to do.
You can't actually visit the Galapagos, can you?
Yeah, you can. They're not closed. Well, I mean, they may be closed off for COVID, but prior to COVID, you could.
I thought you had to be like on a science expedition or some shit. Because they're like protected lands, right?
Yes, you do, and but you can buy it. You can still buy a ticket to go on the expedition.
Adam wants to know if the women are hot in California. They are. Yeah.
Oh, they are.
We said it was 90 degrees, right? Everybody's hot in California.
Yeah, that's true.
I think women are hot everywhere if you look in the right spot.
That's true. There's a
if you look in front of the fucking donut shelf, chances are
is that the place to go?
That is not
the donut shelf.
I don't know what just happened, but my microphone just randomly muted by itself.
All right.
It's a ghost, dude.
I was like, okay, I'm on mute. Now I'm not. I don't know what the fuck just happened there.
Yeah, dude. David Lee Roth wouldn't lie to you.
What are you talking about David Lee Roth for? What's going on with David Lee Roth?
About the California girls?
California girls.
How about friggin' Eddie Van Halen, man?
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yep.
I didn't realize that he still had cancer. I knew he had cancer a while back, but I didn't know he was sick.
What kind of cancer did he have?
He had throat cancer.
Oh,
My wife and I were
was he
out,
a smoker?
and I got a message on my phone from like Rockfeed or some shit like that, and that's how I found out about it.
What was he, a smoker?
Yeah, big time smoke.
Man, the sound of his voice would have made me think the opposite. Like, how does somebody sound like that and smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah, he was
So this year we lost Eddie Van Halen and Neil Peart. What the fuck?
Heaven's Fallen, a fucking sick
And
ass
we also
band, dude.
lost everybody to COVID.
Man. Yeah.
I think Heaven's
Definitely been
Fallen.
a shit year.
Heaven's like, we're gonna form the sickest band ever. Neil Peart on drums, fucking Eddie Van Halen on guitar.
The Neil Peart thing shocked the shit out of me. I don't know. I'm assuming, Ben, you probably are a Rush fan.
I like Rush, yeah.
Yeah. I know that Neil Peart is an incredibly to himself type of guy, and I always knew that. But I don't know how in the hell he kept that under wraps. Apparently, he's been sick for a while, or was sick for a while. Yeah, I that's pretty impressive that he was able to keep that shit quiet.
I don't really keep up with like I saw that Jeff Bridges has lymphoma. That was like announced, I think, on Monday or something. Yeah,
I did not see that.
David from DTN2 Horror told me. But other than that, I don't really keep up on the celebrities that are sick or well or something. I don't know. I don't read a lot of celebrity news or whatever.
I don't either. I watch Rock Feed on YouTube because I'm a metalhead. I always will be, always have been. But every once in a while, something will pop. If something major pops up, I get messages on my phone every once in a while.
Yeah.
And the Eddie Van Halen thing popped up on my phone. It surprised the shit out of me.
Well, usually, like, yes, if someone dies, like, my Facebook feed will be full of, like, hella people saying RIP. And then, like, I don't know, like, how many fucking posts you can put a little sad face on, you know, like, yeah. I mean, a lot of posts.
I don't even mess with that. I never do because that's a door that I don't want to open. Why didn't you put a sad face on my post? I don't. Get out of here.
Why don't you put a little cryy face on my shit, motherfucker?
Yeah. Cryy face.
Yeah, I posted it too. What do you mean you didn't? I posted it. I don't have time.
I'm not even gonna make I wouldn't even make like a Friday 13th. I didn't even post like a picture of that on Instagram or anything when that box set came out because like people got that shit covered, man. There's enough pictures of that thing, dude. I don't need to add to that. Someone has taken enough pictures of that and posted them.
Yeah, Cody did a video, and I was like, okay, I don't need to do one.
Well, Sean did one too. Sean did one really early. I watched his video on it.
It's funny, like when I first got my set, I was talking to Hobbs through text messages, and I was gonna do the video, but I wasn't like jumping on it right away. And Hobbs is like, "You should do your video, dude, because you're the first one out of the crew that has it." And everybody will watch your video. And I was like, well, that makes sense. And yeah, the video's got like 55 likes on it. So, but at first I wasn't going to do it. Well, I was going to do it, but I just wasn't jumping on it right away. But if I didn't jump on it right away, I probably wouldn't have had as many views and likes or whatever. But man, there's so many haters out there for that set, dude. Everyone's video's got like at least 5 dislikes.
Oh, wow.
Dislikes?
Yeah, at least 5 dislikes.
Hey, this video we're talking on has a dislike. Somebody doesn't like us.
Yeah, we got real boring and talked about other shit for a while.
You know, I was watching something about all that kind of stuff, and dislikes are fine because it's interaction. It actually helps you.
Yeah.
So dislike away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you on my other channel, I have a video. I think it's got 80 something dislikes. Let me see. I'm gonna check real quick.
It helps your channel if you think about it, because A, it's interaction, and B, if they disliked it, what did they do? They watched it.
Or they watched like a second of it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, they
were here.
probably watched a couple seconds and said, "Fuck this, dude. I'm
Yeah.
disliking this."
It's a view. It doesn't matter.
But the way I see it is, I don't always get dislikes. So when I do get a dislike, I'm like, "Oh, something different. All right,
Yeah.
I got a couple dislikes here. This ain't bad."
Yeah, I don't. That stuff doesn't bother me.
I don't usually get a couple. I get one on every single one of mine, and it's like, oh, okay, I've got somebody who just doesn't like me, but
I
like
think
stuff that they want to go and do it on every video.
I'm convinced it's the same guy who dislikes every single one of Andrew Bale in his videos. It's got to be that asshole.
Andrew's got like four people who do that to his.
Yeah, every time I watch one of his videos, it's always got a dislike on it, but it always has like 50 likes on it. But there's definitely one asshole who hates his channel and hates everyone's channel in the horror community. There's definitely one hateful motherfucker out there.
I mean, I see people thumbs downing Bryn's videos. How could you not like Bryn?
Yeah, exactly.
Guy on Earth.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that, Mark. I see that a lot. Like, I'll watch his videos, it'll have like 40 likes, 1 dislike, like every single time.
Did you see that? 81 thumbs downs.
Angry Biker.
Oh my god. Look at the views on it.
That's a lot. 81 thumbs down. That's like 81 people who are like, fuck this dude.
They got it wrong.
The Interweb Kaiju, I have 35 dislikes on a vid where I just read a picture book.
Wow. Well, I guess I won't be reading a picture book on it anytime soon.
People get
fucking guy reading picture books. That
I don't
fucking guy.
I'm on the internet, so I don't have to have books.
That's a lot of thumbs down though. I remember when I saw how many thumbs downs there were, I was like, that's just like 81 people. Like, imagine what 81 people look like in a crowd, and all of those people were like, fuck this video. But then that same video has 630 thumbs up, so whatever.
Pet
Yeah, it
Sematary
even
just came on AMC.
What did?
Pet Cemetery.
Oh, nice.
I'll never watch the remake.
Why
I
not?
saw it in the theater, and I've never watched it again.
The Pet Cemetery remake?
Yeah.
That's a bad one, dude. That's really bad.
Wait, you've seen it though, right?
Oh god, painfully I saw it. I watched the entire thing. It just felt dull as dirt, man. Like, I mean, I like some things that they added into it, like the whole thing with the kids playing like the homemade instruments, but they did nothing with it. They showed them real quick walking, and then it was like, all right, they're gone.
I didn't mind that movie, to be honest with you. I mean, I'd prefer the original, obviously, but it didn't really bother me one way or the other. I liked how dark the ending was.
Yeah. It didn't bother me one way or another.
Also, I mean, in my opinion, the ending was very underwhelming. In my opinion,
I liked it was more sinister than the original one, which I liked. And then I really like the production design of like the whole forest and all that shit. I thought looked amazing.
I can agree with you on that. Yeah, the way the forest looked, I would say they nailed that part. Yeah,
That was sweet. I mean, I didn't love it or anything, but I also didn't mind it.
I'll be right
well,
back.
you found it to be watchable, so I mean, I don't know. We all like what we like, so
Yeah, I never feel like even movies I don't like, I don't hate. You know what I mean? Like, some people feel super strongly about like a movie, they will hate it. And I would just be like, I just won't watch that again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get angry at that movie personally, but that's just me.
like for example, like the original Blair Witch Project. I mean, that's just an easy target for a lot of people. A lot of people shit on that movie.
It's amazing, like, how polarizing that one is, though, because a lot of people love it. And I recently watched it again, probably for the last time ever. And I thought I have no problem with it, but it's also not a movie that this doesn't have like a lot of rewatchability for me. You know what I mean?
Not a whole lot that happens in it for you to want to rewatch it. When you finally realize that they're all flipping out for no reason, there's no appeal left.
Well, I mean, it's still an important movie. Like, I watched it for the first time since, like, I don't know, for 20 years or something. I don't know when the last time I watched it was, but before that. But then last time I watched it was just a few months ago, and I was like, I don't actually ever need to watch this movie again. Cross that off my bucket list.
I can understand the part of or I can understand some of the importance of it, but there's no way you can or mention the Blair Witch Project being of importance without mentioning Cannibal Holocaust. Because Cannibal Holocaust is probably one of the first found footage films ever made.
That is true.
I don't know that for sure, but it's really up there as one of the first ones. But it's always the subject matter in that film that turns people off.
That's true about Cannibal Holocaust, but it's kind of like how Halloween wasn't the first slasher film, but it kicked off a whole genre, you know?
Right.
Because Blair Witch really launched a whole little subgenre there.
Yeah, Blair Witch definitely. I would say that Blair Witch kind of reinvented the found footage film, I guess you could say. But is it of importance? I would say it's definitely not of importance because of the fact that Cannibal Holocaust was made, nearly 15 years before that. Or probably even longer, probably like 18 years before that. I think Blair Witch was 99 and Cannibal Holocaust is 1980. So, yeah, it's like fucking almost 20 years right there. 20-year gap right there.
But I think also the marketing appeal for how the Blair Witch was done, also, there's some merit in that. Like their sort of marketing campaign and yeah, I just think just the budget that they created, plus the budget too. I mean, how tiny a budget that was versus like how much it grossed. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, anybody could take a movie, like a homemade movie like that, but you have to go to an actual studio and sell it to them, and that's what they managed to do. In my opinion, the Blair Witch Project is straight up dog shit on a plate, but I do understand some of the appeal about it for some people, but
I mean, I don't know how you like your dog shit.
Cannibal Holocaust.
I'd take a plate over the ground any day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I dug Blair Witch.
I thought it was okay. But that's what I mean. Like, it's polarizing. Like, you don't like it and you like it, and I'm like,
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not, crazy like a Blair Witch nut, but I like it. I remember all the hype. I remember being excited to go to the theater and see it. I remember all that shit. It almost feels longer ago to me than 99. I know it was made in 99. It feels like it was longer ago than that to me.
I buy that.
Yeah. Because I think about where I was in my life in 1999, and I, honest to God, thought it was before that. It's weird.
Yeah, there's a few things like that. My life was not super great in 1999.
Yeah, I think that's when I turned 50.
Well, yeah. I think I was like 900 and like 980 or something back then. Yeah.
I was in 10th grade.
Now, 10th grade, those were the days, man. Woo.
Yeah. Regret those days.
Yeah, I don't actually regret those days at all. Even the bad shit from them.
Yeah, I do it all again.
Yeah, I think it's foolish to have regrets.
I mean, I guess it really depends on.
Unless you're in a totally dog shit spot, I think it's wrong to have regrets.
Yeah, for the most part, when you reach the end, you're going to regret the things you didn't do.
Yeah,
of course, that's natural.
I mean, there can be. Well, I guess it depends on where you are. I have a friend at age 18. He murdered someone, and he got life in prison for parole, or without the possibility of parole.
That's a pretty extreme circumstance. I would regret that.
But check this out. He was my best friend back in the day, and he got life without the possibility of parole. And then he did a bunch of work with he shot this dude named Patrick and killed him. And then he shot this other guy named Gunner in the face, but the bullet bounced off his tooth and went like down his throat. So that guy survived. And then those two got together and launched like this program where like victims and victimizers sort of like get together and like create closure and like, you know, all this shit. And so he finally ended up getting some kind of pardon. So he did get paroled. So my friend got paroled like last year. He spent 20 something years in prison and just like got paroled recently.
Wow.
It's insane. Yeah.
Wow, man.
It sounds like he kind of turned himself around, though. He did something positive with himself, so.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I was watching a documentary called The Toe Tag Patrol. It's an HBO documentary about these.
Oh, I've seen that before. I've seen that before, Ben.
My friend was in that. And I randomly saw him on TV. I was like, what in the fuck? That is insane.
What was the Toe Tag documentary? What did you say?
It's called The Toe Tag Gang. I think that's what it was called. But it was like these, basically these people that were in prison for life without the possibility of parole. They were going to live there the rest of their life in prison. But yeah, he was one of those guys. But now he's out. And he's still doing work with that dude Gunner. So they're still going around. They're still doing positive shit.
That's good, man.
That's a good story, though. That's really good to hear that, you know. It sounded like this guy's life was going to be completely fucked over two bad decisions that he made, but he managed to make good on it, and it turned out to be a positive thing for himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he probably, somewhere deep in his heart, he probably wishes that shit never happened, you know? Like,
oh, God. I'm sure he lives with the nightmares of that shit every day.
He basically got spun out on meth. This was after I got sober, and he like just kept working at this Christmas tree yard, and just like that Christmas tree yard was just like people getting fucking spun out on meth all night long, and that shit will drive you crazy if you do it enough. So that's
yeah, you do meth enough, you're usually up for like 3 days at a time, and then you jonesing for more of it. So I don't know how people get hooked on that shit, but.
You've been sober for about 20 years now, haven't you, Ben?
Since 1994.
Wow.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's some serious dedication there, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like to think like I'm a relatively quick learner. Like if I learn a lesson, I have like a lot of follow through, but a lot of people, there's a high relapse rate. So I am pretty lucky in some sense, but my roommate from rehab has also been sober this entire time. So it doesn't feel that weird because we're still in contact and stuff.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome though.
I mean, it's funny, like, you know, I'm sitting here talking like, you know, I don't really drink and smoke. This is the only time I drink anymore is because of pumpkin beer. This is really the only time I will drink is during September, October, because the pumpkin beer is available. I mean, I never really had a problem with alcohol. It was always prescription meds and opiates. But yeah, I mean, I can drink 2 or 3 beers at this time of year in one night, and I can go to bed and I can wake up the next day without feeling like I need to drink another case or something like that. But I mean, I pretty much just drink a couple beers throughout October just to enjoy a pumpkin beer, and then I'm right back to doing nothing again.
I think it was, I think Hobbs I saw on Facebook was drinking that exact same beer that you had.
Right now, I got Weyerbacher pumpkin ale.
No, he like posted a picture that was the same bottle that you were drinking from last week.
Oh, that was the Southern Tier pumpkin ale. That's what I was drinking last week, and that was a 4-pack that I bought. But yeah, I don't have any more of that. But I just bought a 4-pack of the Weyerbacher because another thing is it's starting to get hard to find pumpkin beer now. The closer you get to Halloween, the harder it is to find it because usually pumpkin beer is ready by August. It's usually ready by August.
I have never had pumpkin beer.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I mean, if you like things like pumpkin pie, then you should like pumpkin beer.
Well, that is, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine like just like the standard gourd of a pumpkin. Like that's not something I want to eat. But you put that bitch in a pie, and I'm all over that shit.
But apparently, it takes 28 pumpkins to brew one batch of pumpkin beer. That's a lot of fucking pumpkins. 28 pumpkins to brew it.
I guess it depends on how big that batch of that beer is, though.
I had a pumpkin today.
You had what?
A pumpkin yogurt.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Is that pumpkin pie yogurt?
It's delicious.
I'd probably still try it though. Fuck it.
Chobani yogurt. It's friggin' delightful.
See, I get down with anything pumpkin flavor. I mean, by the end of October, I have pumpkin oozing out of my ears. So
I like pumpkin as well.
But yeah, once Thanksgiving comes around, I'm kind of like tired of pumpkin shit. So
I mean, have you ever eaten just like raw pumpkin? Just like
I've tried it before as a kid. I tried it before as a kid. It was fucking god awful.
I guess if you put enough nutmeg and sugar in anything, it'll be pretty good, right?
Probably.
But yeah, overall, like this beer is brewed with cinnamon, nutmeg, and cardamom cloves.
Yeah, that shit's all good. You can put that on put that on anything, and it's gonna be delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the pumpkin. I mean, each beer it is high percent in alcohol. It's 8% each beer. The average beer is about like 5% or something like that. But that's also another reason why I don't drink too many of them, because you can drink 4 of them, and before you know it, you got a really good buzz going on. So.
Yeah, pumpkin. David in the chat saying pumpkin seeds are good. They are.
Yeah.
I've heard that too. I've never had them.
Pumpkin seeds are good. I mean, I don't like to eat a shit ton of them, but I'd say at least a handful and I'm good.
My parents used to like when we'd make the jack-o'-lantern, say take all the guts and like my mom would bake them, and then we'd have like, the seeds.
Man, talk about using every piece.
Yeah, we used every piece of that fucking jack-o'-lantern.
I think Janae and I are going to carve jack-o'-lanterns either tomorrow or Monday.
Nice.
Do it Monday. Do it Monday. If you do it now, I swear to God, the squirrels are going to get to your pumpkins right away. They always get to my fucking pumpkins every time, dude.
I like carving jack-o'-lanterns. I have fun doing it.
I haven't carved a jack-o'-lantern in a very long time.
Yeah.
Probably 15 years or something.
I went years without doing it, and I did it a couple of years ago, and it almost I found it to be like relaxing.
Yeah.
I mean, I like making all sorts of shit. So like the act of making anything is good for me.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Mark, did you see I colored one of your pictures?
No, I didn't.
I watched that video.
There's a video on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'll have to watch it. I'm sorry. I'm just terrible on the video.
Right.
It happens, man. It really happens. Oh shit, that looks good, man. I gotta fucking color my book in, man.
I finally posted a video. I've been thinking about doing that since I got this damn book, and I finally
remember when everybody got their coloring books, Mark was all like, "Yeah, I'm sending out coloring books to people, but everyone's afraid to color them in."
Martin colored a few pages of his, but yeah,
I'm gonna come up.
Kind of put them on the shelf.
I really like. I mean, I was definitely afraid to color mine in, but once I realized that nobody was coloring theirs in, I'm like, yeah, I gotta color mine in. It would make more sense that way.
Well, John, posted the first video, but it was I actually didn't even watch you really. I didn't watch the video so much as listen to it because I was working. So I peeked every now and again to see your progress, but.
It's really tremendously shocking how relaxing that was coloring. It was.
Yeah, it's amazing that simple shit can do that for you.
Yeah.
I used to do more creative projects for myself, but like my work now pretty much scratches that itch, so I don't end up really making myself anything, just because I feel that same fulfillment through all the work I do. So it's good, but it's also bad because I don't do
How long have you lived in your apartment, Ben?
I've lived in my apartment for 17 years.
Are you allowed to alter that apartment at all? Like build shit in there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, not if they knew. But yeah, I mean, my apartment, I mean, out here the rent's pretty crazy, so there is a rent control.
Yeah.
So now I'm at a point where my rent's cheap, and like if I moved anywhere, it would cost like over $1,000 more a month for rent.
My nephew lived in San Diego for a few years, and that was the reason that he left. He said that it's just the rent out there is outrageous. So he left and came back.
Yeah, that's where Alex Martinez is from. He was in the chat earlier. San Diego is beautiful though. But the rent is worse up here. San Francisco, Bay Area, it's bad.
Yeah. That's because Metallica's there.
That's what it is, dude. Those houses like out in Pacific Heights where Kirk Hammett lives, those are money.
I would assume so, yeah. Now I was watching a thing with him today. He was telling a story about him finding a Frankenstein 3 sheet in like a boarded up movie theater in Canada.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he's got people that he's hired out to find things for him. And somebody, like for whatever reason, started pulling the boards off of like a projector booth in an old boarded up theater in Canada. And they found that poster and they didn't even know any of those existed. And he wound up buying it.
I keep thinking in my head, there's going to be some point where I just randomly meet someone who knows Kirk Hammett and I'll be like, oh, dude, I need to go check out that dude's horror collection. He'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll talk to Kirk. That hasn't happened yet. In my mind, put that on my bucket list, man. Going and checking out his horror collection. And Guillermo del Toro's.
I've been a fan of that band since I was 13 years old, like diehard, ridiculous, rabid, wild animal Metallica fan.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And all these years, I've like worshipped the ground that James Hetfield has walked on. But the one I think that I'd want to hang out with is Kirk Hammett.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%. That's who I want to chill with.
Yeah.
It's not even close. I mean, we just like, he's sort of goofy, you know what I mean? Like even back in like even back in the days when everyone was like real scowly and shit, you know, he's just a goofball, man.
He's just a goofball having a good time.
Yeah, hell yeah. Laura seems like a dick. James Hetfield seems like he could be a dick. If you're like get on his bad side, he'd be an asshole.
Yeah. But Robert and Kurt both seem like friggin' spectacular human beings.
Yeah, I don't really know Robert. He's not. I wouldn't call him my Metallica era so much. I've sort of not kept up with Metallica so much.
Either. No, I'm a Metallica era. I was a fan of Metallica when Cliff was alive, but after Cliff died, obviously Jason. But the longest bass player in Metallica now is Robert Trujillo.
Okay,
and he's just like Kirk. Happy-go-lucky, doesn't take himself too seriously. Yeah.
What was that? Some Kind of Monster, that documentary?
Yeah, I saw it.
Wasn't that where? Did they get him like during that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he seemed cool.
Yeah.
I like Jason Newsted. Jason Newsted got so much shit from them, though.
I was actually a fan of his band before he joined Metallica. Yeah, they were good, man.
No Place for Disgrace, buddy.
They were friggin' really good.
I love that they did a cover of an Elton John song, "Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting."
Yeah,
that's badass, man. Yeah, it's on No Place for Disgrace.
Yeah, I was a very huge fan of Doomsday for the Deceiver.
Okay, that was their first album, right?
Yeah, good stuff.
I have all that shit on vinyl at my parents' house.
Oh God. I wish I still had my vinyl. I had like old Kiss records from the 70s when I was like a little dude. I was getting Kiss albums from my parents. It was freaking great.
Yeah, Kiss. What a weird. I never really was into Kiss. I remember seeing like the face paint and like. Kiss was. I never owned a Kiss album in my life, but they were cool. I guess
the makeup is definitely the thing that attracted me to them.
Yeah, and like their stage show, they had like cool pyrotechnics and shit.
Yeah. So as far as like technical proficiency goes, Kiss is not what you're looking for.
Gene Simmons, talk about a fucking that dude's like, I don't know, man. He's a weirdo.
He's a wacko, man.
Yeah. But he's done pretty well for himself, I guess.
Yeah, him and Paul Stanley they've done just fine. They've done okay. But he's a wacko too. If you listen to Paul talk, he talks himself in circles. He's a weirdo, man. But I love him.
Yeah, Patrick St. Lars is a dick. You remember when like Metallica was like trying to sue like just random people for like listening to their music on Napster or whatever?
I remember that.
I mean, they have a point. I understand their point, but they were already rich at that point as well. And I think that does not really reflect super well on them. I mean, I think that made a bunch of people go, Lars is a dick.
Yeah,
man.
that was what made Lars Ulrich public enemy #1.
Yeah.
Do you know why that happened?
Why he was a dick about it?
Why all that whole Napster thing started?
Well, I mean, they're musicians and they for professionally, and Napster was basically like downloading music for free. So I'd understand why they would be opposed to that fundamentally.
The thing that started it was somebody got a hold of some of their music that they never released.
Oh, really?
That's what started it. Yeah.
That's exactly what released.
It was the music that
don't release music. The fuck?
That they were recording for that Mission Impossible soundtrack. I disappeared. Somebody got a hold of it before it was done and started putting it out on the internet. They said take it down, and they wouldn't take it down. And they wound up saying, well, look, you're putting all of our music on there. We didn't give you the authority to do that. Take it down. And the guy wouldn't take it down. So he said, all right, I'm fucking suing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And lo and behold, they were right. Because now the music industry is fucking dead because of that stuff.
But there's still, I mean, people still make a lot of money in the music industry. So there's,
but not like it was. Definitely not like it was, because album sales are gone.
Album sales are gone, but the bands didn't really get rich on album sales anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you want like platinum, I mean, you do okay, but you're not like, you got a tour to make money. So
them guys figured it out. They own their own record company now. They own their own music presses. They own all of it. They own 100% of it. So, it worked out well for them.
Do you remember when they released Britney Spears like without auto-tune? They released audio for singing one of those songs. It was awful, man.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it was like worse than someone who couldn't sing. It was like someone who was trying to sing really bad.
It was like a demonstration of what auto-tune is.
Exactly. It was like someone who couldn't sing trying to sing as badly as possible.
Oh my goodness God. Yeah, that shit all drives me crazy. I have no tolerance for any of that stuff. I'm one of those asshole metalheads that hears people sampling other people's music and I want to fucking vomit all over the place. I'm one of those people. I hate it. I can't stand it. Write your own goddamn music and perform it.
That's hard though, dude.
That's
a lot harder than pressing a button.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You see all these assholes running around wearing Metallica and Slayer shirts so they couldn't name a Metallica or Slayer song if their life depended on it. If a train was speeding towards them, they couldn't tell you what a Metallica album was. But it looks cool.
They do look pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna be. I gotta say that I liked a lot of the Metallica. I mean, I was a Metallica fan, but I had a lot of Metallica T-shirts, man.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of wish I still had that shit. All that. I just had so many metal shirts. I don't even know what happened to them.
I had them all in a box in my mom's attic when I got married the first time. And when I bought my first house, I went back to get all of my stuff that was in my mom and dad's attic, and it wasn't there no more. My brother stole and sold all of my stuff.
Oh man, you don't like that guy.
No. All of my Star Wars men, all of my t-shirts, all of my everything gone. Zero left.
He's like
I've
sitting
been
on
there
a
before, man.
beach sipping a Mai Tai, texting you about it.
No, it all went up his nose.
Uh,
Oh,
I've been there before, man. I've been through that. I've been through all that, man. It's definitely deflating. It's a deflating feeling when someone does that to you.
Yeah. I had every Star Wars toy under the sun from like Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi. All of it. And it's all gone. All gone. All the original stuff from the 70s and early 80s. And that son of a bitch sold all of it. I wanted to murder somebody.
If that ever happened to me, I wouldn't even talk about it. I wouldn't even talk about that shit.
Unbelievable.
I'm like sitting there thinking about it now. If that ever happened to me, I would just like kill myself on the spot. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna slit my throat now.
I had a big collection, like a big Godzilla collection, when I was a kid, and then I moved out. At some point, my mom just gave all that shit away to the Goodwill or something. So like I had like none of that, all the Godzilla stuff gone.
Oh, dude.
But I've made up for it.
It's painful.
I mean, all my toys, Star Wars. I had like that old school like '79 giant alien figure that they had like the little button you press and his like jaws shoot out. All that stuff.
I think back to like the Boba Fett figure where you had to send like the proof of purchases into Kenner to get the yeah. I had that too. I think of all this shit that I got around me now, I don't have my goddamn Boba Fett figure anymore.
Nice.
Yeah. I have Boba Fett stuff, but I don't have that figure anymore.
I remember
this is actually the same one I played with when I was a kid.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, it costs too much money to buy one to have on display. So
yeah.
But actually, oh wait, I did buy. There's a newer one they made. Oh, I gotta pull it up. And yeah, this is the new retro Boba Fett.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he
I
came
think
out
it was like
not
I think
too
it goes
long.
for like 40. I think this goes for like $40 now, something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, when I saw that up, I was like, I need that now. Give it to me.
Yeah, that
But
all stuff was great.
As
man.
far as Star Wars goes, if anyone asks me what my favorite franchise is, it's usually the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a big fan of them things, man. I still like Star Wars.
I think anyone who grew up in that era is a big fan of those.
I'll be right back. Hold.
I think
When I think growing up, when I was actually like when I was growing up like a kid,
yeah.
the two things that I was into more than anything else was Star Wars and Rocky.
I can see that.
I loved Rocky. I still love Rocky. All the way up to now, I still love it.
It's like I feel like kids nowadays don't have the same amount of patience to like stuff like that anymore.
Nah.
I think there's I don't know, like my little nephews, they watch like YouTube videos. So if something's like longer than 5 or 10 minutes, they're like, what the fuck is this nonsense? You know?
40 minutes? What?
I mean, imagine like, I mean, when I was a kid, yeah, like I'd watch Rocky, but Rocky for like a kid nowadays, I think would just be like torturous.
Yeah, that might be. Although my son does like Rocky. My son will watch movies. But he was also raised in a house with a guy who's a movie nut.
Yeah.
You know, most common people are not like we are.
Yeah, that is true.
They will look forward to doing nothing but watching movies. Most people don't do that. No.
Or they watch like they're not super into the actual. A lot of people will watch just whatever the fuck movies, you know, whatever romantic comedy or whatever comes out, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. The Dodgers just blew a game. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll watch rom-coms though. I'll watch stuff with Janae. That, you know, some of that stuff's funny.
I like, so as far as like never be like, I'm never in the mood to watch a Serbian film. I'm never like, I need to see that dude fuck a baby. And I'm also never in the mood to go like, I need to see that romantic comedy. Not to say that I wouldn't enjoy one if I watched it or whatever.
I think you probably would. You have a good sense of humor.
I have seen romantic comedies before. You know, they're okay. It's like everything now. Like people do a pretty good job. Like even kids movies and stuff. Like they do enough. They do it well enough to where adults can also be entertained by them. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I don't know that a time has ever come in my life where I wanted to watch a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
But when I watch them,
exactly.
Yeah. If it's on, I'll watch it. I'll enjoy it. If Janae wants to watch a movie, I'll watch it with her and I'll enjoy it.
I got a real hankering to watch me a romantic comedy.
The day never comes where I'm going, you know what? Damn it. I need to watch The Family Guy. That never happens.
Yeah.
But every year she watches The Family Guy and I watch it with her. And I like it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't really watch a lot of stuff that's not horror anymore.
I don't either, man.
I don't. I watch a lot of horror movies. I really like documentaries, and most of the time it doesn't matter what it's about. I'll watch it, and it's interesting. But most of the time I either watch sports or horror movies or stuff about heavy metal. That's about it.
I'll watch YouTube videos or horror
that
movies.
too.
Or a documentary. Every now and again there'll be like a movie that'll come out. Like I have HBO Max, so if like some new release comes out, like some action movie or something, I'll be like, oh, I'll watch that. But yeah, for the most part, it's just all horror shit, man.
Yeah. Watch horror movies, watch documentaries about horror movies, watch YouTube videos. Yeah.
Horror movies about documentaries.
Yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust.
I love Cannibal Holocaust.
I like that movie a lot. I've never seen the animal cruelty version because I have that Grindhouse Releasing, which has the animal cruelty free version.
Yeah.
So like
version sucks anyway.
It's
which
rough.
one?
Watching
The
an animal killed is
the animal cruelty free version.
I mean, it's the exact same thing, but without animals getting killed.
Pretty much.
I mean,
Oh well, the poor animals. Oh my God, what are we gonna do about the animals getting killed in this movie that actually went to feed the film crew? What are we gonna do about that, guys?
I'm not convinced that they ate turtle
Yeah.
and muskrat.
Oh, okay.
it's nasty.
I mean, it's not like
I mean, they had their own bull and cow on the set, and they ended up killing it anyway. And they didn't film it because it made no sense to have a bull and a cow in the middle of the Amazon. So yeah, they just butchered that thing up and ate it, as any other human being would do.
with the cow. Yeah, that's called beef. I doubt like
Yeah, it is.
the
And
Italian
what-
film crew was like, let's like cook us a muskrat delicacy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
did they
mean,
do that?
I'm sure somebody there ate that. Sure, somebody ate that meerkat, whether it was a native or a film crew person. I'm sure somebody ate that animal.
I'm not sure of that, but
Well, actually, I'm
the-
not sure of it either. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care who ate it. But as long as it got on film, I'm okay.
I remember the first time I watched it, I did not know before I watched that there was actual animal death in those movies. And when they killed the turtle, I'm watching that going, that looks real as shit. How the hell did they kill that turtle? I didn't know the first time I watched Cannibal Holocaust that was real. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out how in the fuck did they do that to make that look so real. Unbelievable.
I was wondering that that about Friday the 13th when they killed the snake, and then I realized, the real snake.
It was a snake, yeah. I saw that in like Crystal Lake Memories or something like that. They said, yeah, it was real.
Yeah. But that was also, I mean, I personally, I don't think it's great to kill things for entertainment, or even for art, personally.
But
I
get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying, I would say fuck that filmmaker for killing animals for entertainment.
Here's one thing you guys got to understand. Here's one thing you got to understand at the end of the day. In 1980, there was no animal rights issues back then. There was none. So therefore, it was free game back then. They didn't give a shit. They killed whatever they wanted, and for whatever entertainment purposes, that's what they did back then.
Right, but as a human being, I'm never that dude who's going like, that turtle looks like he'd be fun as shit to kill. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not
No, I agree with you, but if we're doing it for a movie and it's 1980, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, even still, I would be like,
I don't agree with killing these animals 100%, but at the end of the day, human beings eat animals. Whether you're vegan or whatever you want to consider yourself to be, whatever makes you feel better at night, that's fine. But so it's the reality of it.
I have no problem with people killing animals. I wear leather. I ride a motorcycle. I wear leather. I eat beef. I eat chicken. I eat animals. But I don't think those guys ate turtle and muskrat. I mean, maybe they did, but I doubt that they didn't kill those animals to eat. They killed those animals to shock people.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And they definitely went on camera to disadmit that too. Sergio Martino has straight up been quoted in interviews as saying that, no, we didn't kill these animals for entertainment purposes. It's clear on the fucking camera what you guys are doing here. You guys are trying to one-up each other. You guys are making cannibal films and you're killing animals and you're making them more gross than the next one is what you're doing. You're one-upping each other. It's real. It's not hard to figure out. It's not science.
But like, I would like, as far as the animal cruelty free version of it, why is that bad? Like, why wouldn't you want to watch that?
Why would I ever agree to censorship? Why would I ever agree to that?
I think you're not agreeing to censorship. You're agreeing to not watch animals being killed that aren't even part of the story, to be honest. Like, I watched that movie without the animals being killed, and I like that movie. I mean, animals getting killed doesn't really enhance the story for me. So, I mean, there's two versions you can watch. That's like self-censorship, I guess. That's me saying I don't want to watch an animal getting killed in this movie, but I want to see the movie, so I'm going to watch the movie without seeing the animals getting killed.
Hey, you can watch whatever floats your boat, but I mean, at the end of the day, I don't agree with censorship, so I'm gonna watch it in the full cut no matter what. No matter how bad it might offend me, I'm still watching it in the full cut.
That's fine, but I don't know that would make the non-animal free, like, just as far as a version goes. If you're gonna watch that movie, I don't think that animal cruelty free version is worse than the one that has the animals. Fundamentally, if you're opposed to censorship, you might think that if it was censored by the studio.
Well, it's also not censored because you're given the option of watching one or the other, so that's not censorship.
Yeah, it's just like a director's cut.
It is censorship because there's one version where you can't watch the full cut, therefore it's censored.
No, but they're both on the same release.
Yeah,
so
if you're not censored, it's like censorship. Censorship is where you're forced to watch one version over the other.
It's like a director's cut versus a theatrical cut. I'll watch the director's cut. and I'll watch a theatrical cut. Sometimes I'll prefer one over the other, but they're both. I wouldn't call the theatrical cut censored per se.
You guys want my honest opinion? You want my real honest opinion?
Of course.
We haven't been getting it.
Well, no, you're getting it, but you're gonna get the full version now. But in my opinion, if you're a horror fan and you can't take full censorship, you shouldn't be watching horror films.
Well, but I'm not a fan of horrific acts. I'm a fan of horror films. Like I don't want to watch like I wouldn't want to watch just like footage of atrocities happening in Africa or wherever, to me that's not a horror movie. That's just a horrible thing, you know what I mean? And there's a difference. And it's not that I can't watch it. I just prefer not to. Same thing with a romantic comedy. I prefer not to watch that, If I could watch a horror movie.
I mean, that makes total sense. I mean, for the most part, I can agree with you there, but I don't know. I like horror movies, so I like to watch a full cut of something. If I can't watch a full cut because some people are bent out of shape about animals getting killed, well, sorry. I don't really care about your feelings.
You can watch the full cut. I mean,
yeah, I know I can. I will always watch the full cut. Now, why would I ever want to watch a censored cut of a horror movie? Why would I ever want to do that?
Well, it's not censored.
That one's not that we're not talking about, but for the most part, there's a lot of censored horror out there. There's enough to a point where it's not even worth watching.
That is true, but that's a different issue. Because that's like
Okay.
not. I mean, don't you think that like you don't think that gore effects are different than actually killing animals?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, that's a direct question.
Okay. You want a serious answer with that one? I don't know how to answer that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, because like for instance, Friday 13th Part 7 had a bunch of shit cut out of it, right? But it was all a bunch of gore effects and like special effects, things that are to me completely fascinating. Like that's the art of horror to me, is like the practical effects, like making this thing look this way even though you're not actually doing it. I mean, if they actually like took a girl and put her in a sleeping bag and like smashed her into a tree, I wouldn't want to watch that. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't be allowed to watch it because the filmmakers would be locked up. But yeah, I mean, let's say it did really happen. I'd still watch that shit. I don't give a fuck. I'll watch that shit all day.
Well, I guess that's just a fundamental difference in how we want to, on how we view things. Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. That's just, to me, like a lot of things get so censored to a petty point where it's like, really? Like this really bothered you that much that you had to go out of your way to make sure it got censored?
Well, I know, but
crybaby shit to me, man.
But censorship is so much different than creating harm to another living being. You know what I mean? It's like the difference.
It's a vast subject. I agree. Yeah. You're right.
I don't agree in censorship, and I would even say from an artistic standpoint of them making Cannibal Holocaust and them trying to make a point of using animal butchery to make a point. Right. There's a thing to be said about that, but that doesn't mean I want to watch that. You know what I mean? Personally.
Well, I don't think that, I mean, if that really appealed to someone, then that person probably has some serious problems. But I mean, that's not my major appeal. And on top of it, I actually don't care for cannibal films at all. But Cannibal Holocaust, in my opinion, is probably one of the most important horror films of all time. It has one of the best soundtracks I ever heard on a film in my entire life.
It does have a good soundtrack.
It's such a powerful film to me. It's not even the performances, it's the subject matter that's going on. And at the end of the day, in 1980, these animals didn't have rights. They just didn't. It's a different time of living back then. It's what it was, and people took advantage of it in the worst way.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
It never happens again, but that's an era of it. And well, if people can't handle it, then go watch Sesame Street. Then I guess But
I like Cannibal Holocaust. I like it as a movie.
Yeah, you like the censored version of it.
No, I like the version that doesn't have them actually killing animals.
Yeah, you like the part where it's censored.
I like the cut that doesn't include animal cruelty. That's not censored.
Yeah,
Because
that's
on that very same release, I could watch it with the animal cruelty.
all right.
You know?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It is a tricky subject because
Yeah, it is.
it's
I
broad,
mean,
a broad subject.
I am trying to be considerable of other people's feelings about animals here, but at the end of the day, nah, censorship's always going to take over other people's feelings for me. So
Yeah, I just don't. I guess I don't consider it censorship personally. The way that it is on that Grindhouse releasing edition.
one of the reasons why I will call it censorship, you can say there's two different versions about it, but if you actually read into the actual the liner notes in the beginning, if you read into that, it'll straight up say we do not condone censorship, and I agree 1010% with that fucking line. Just that one singular line, they do not condone censorship, nor do they agree with everything that happened in the film.
Yep.
You know, there's only 100 in percentages, right?
What?
Well, he was saying
There's no 1,010%. There's 100%. You can totally agree, and that would be 100.
yeah, but
All right, well,
100 times that.
Whatever is the proper technical number we're speaking about here.
I don't agree in censorship either. But I guess I censor what I watch. Like I wouldn't want to watch a snuff film personally. I've watched people get beheaded before, like actual people. I did not like watching that. So like I would choose to not watch that. If there was a Friday the 13th movie that had some dude in the middle of it actually getting beheaded, like or something, I would watch the version that didn't have that personally.
I would
that would be
probably
self-censorship.
I don't care who got killed in it. I'm watching the full cut.
Okay.
But I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from, though. It's almost like a moral thing that you're talking about. It's it's just a matter of being human too. It's reacting to something that you should normally react to. Like you're watching someone getting beheaded. A normal human being wouldn't be okay with that, unless it's happening to me or someone I know. I'm okay with it. It's just I don't know. It's just how I am. I don't let TV subject matter bury into my life. It just doesn't. It's not a problem. To me, TV's entertainment.
Yeah.
And if someone killed an animal back in 1980, see you later, Mr. Animal. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. So, but I mean, look. I don't go out of my way to be like, oh, I got to find movies where animals are getting killed.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really don't care for cannibal films either. I think I only own 3 cannibal films in my collection, and the only one I watch probably once a year is Cannibal Holocaust. I've seen Cannibal Holocaust 2 times on the big screen. That movie gets more powerful for me every time I watch it, but it's not like I'm like, yeah, they're fucking killing turtles, they're killing meerkats, right up my fucking alley. But no, it's just a matter of the time era when Cannibal Holocaust was released, and it's also the reputation it gets. But without all that, I feel like it's still a powerful film. Even if nobody even knew about Cannibal Holocaust, I would still probably feel as strong as I do about it today.
I like the movie. I own the movie.
Right.
I do like it, and I think I would like that whole genre more. But I feel like I don't personally want to watch other cannibal movies based on the sort of that being a staple of that subgenre.
Like here's one that actually, I would say there's one scene that kind of bothers me in Sergio Martino's Mountain of the Cannibal God. There's a scene where they take a monkey and they literally strap him to a bamboo stick and then they shove it in front of an anaconda's face. So the anaconda reacts naturally to biting the monkey, and then when Blue Underground got the rights for the film, they decided to stick a little cartoon thing to block out the monkey or whatever on the stick. So now you see this little cartoon thing come through, and it blocks the monkey out so you don't see it. That's more censorship right there. But I also feel like they're kind of in the right there because you're literally strapping a monkey to a bamboo stick and you're shoving it in front of another animal's face. It's clear what your intent is here. It's clearly you're trying to kill an animal and get it on camera to one up your other buddy that did the same thing.
That seems putting a cartoon thing like cruising through the center of in a cannibal movie seems like a weird way to cover that up. To me, I haven't seen that.
You know
movie,
what's funny? It's so quick that it actually works. But when you slow it down, you put it in slow mo, you see it actually take place, and you're like, "Oh my god, what a bad way to cut that out."
Yeah, that seems weird.
And then it's even more weird when you hear Sergio Martino talking in an interview, and he's talking about, "Oh no, we didn't kill these animals for entertainment purposes." You could tell he's lying out his ass.
Oh yeah,
but like I said. Going back to the 1980s, it's different times, man. Different era back then.
I know other people who totally share your opinions on that. I just have a different opinion is all.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I just I wasn't fully understanding your opinion, but then I understand the part of, well, they had the two cuts. So it's not censored because they had the two cuts. Well, if there's another cut where it's clearly censored, that's censored.
Well, I mean, there's like director's cuts and alternate versions and like all sorts of different shit for a movie. Movies like, I don't know, movies are fluid that way. You know what I mean?
Right. Mostly horror, though. Mostly horror.
But like Alien 3, like there's whole scenes that are taken out. I mean, I would say that theatrical cut was pretty butchered, but yeah, I wouldn't call it censored per se. But they're
not really censoring anything that's rough to look at. It's not like a guy's getting fucking, I don't know, eaten alive by some animal or I mean by an alien or something, and they show the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I mean that would clearly be censorship if they cut all that footage out. But I mean we're talking about a sci-fi Hollywood film here, so
yeah, that's a different
no way any of that shit would ever get put in the first place.
That man, David Fincher. I would love to, if someone said David Fincher is going to direct an Alien movie right now, I would be like, I want to see that fucking movie. And I was pretty disappointed with Alien 3 when that came out.
Oh yeah, I admit it. I remember renting that on VHS the first week it was available on VHS to rent, and yeah, I took it home and I was like, man, I don't know. I guess I was probably expecting another Aliens 2. Something along those lines, but yeah, I didn't like it then. But I can definitely go back and watch Alien 3. But honestly, I like every film in the franchise. I even like Covenant. Everybody hates Covenant, but I still enjoyed Covenant for what it was.
I enjoyed Covenant.
Like Aliens, so yeah, they can keep churning them out. I'll keep watching them.
And there's a long, I guess it's a sort of a director's cut of part 3 that is a lot better than the theatrical cut.
It is, yeah. The long cut. There's so much that doesn't make any kind of sense in the theatrical cut.
Yeah,
and you see why, because there's whole subplots cut out of the film. So,
yeah, that's no good. I mean, that's almost like the same thing with Clive Barker's Nightbreed. When that got put down to a theatrical cut, no one cared about it because it didn't make no sense.
Yeah. That's a pretty big, like for Nightbreed at least, that was like a studio fucking up a director's vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was definitely more. From what I heard, that was Morgan Creek's fault. The Morgan Creek studio. That was apparently their fault.
Yeah, I want to see the Cabal cut. I'm still waiting on that.
I don't think we're ever gonna see that.
They were like talking about it a little while ago. Like a year ago. I think we'll see it at some point.
I mean, I hope you're right, but from what I heard, it seems like all that stuff was trash because it was unusable. I don't know. That's not something to carve and quote me on here. So,
I mean, I think that footage exists because I think they were working on a release of it not too long ago. So I think that there is that footage. I don't know, like.
I hope it happens. I mean, I overall, like as soon as I saw the director's cut for Nightbreed, I felt like I had a newfound appreciation for the film. I always liked it kind of mediocrely, Didn't care for it. I mean, I liked it, just wasn't crazy about it. But once that director's cut was released by Scream Factory, I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, I really appreciate this movie now.
I was talking to Rob S. Gray of Wacky World Lounge, and I asked him which version he preferred. He prefers the theatrical version, and I was like, I haven't actually watched the theatrical version since the 90s, I don't think, because I have like the director's cut, and like that's just no brainer for me to go turn on the director's cut. But I was like, next time I watch Nightbreed, I'm gonna watch a theatrical cut because I don't even remember, the last time I watched that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Rob probably who knows? He might like it because he's used to the theatrical cut, but I don't know why. I don't know. Everybody likes what they like for their own reasons, but I don't know. I just going and watching that director's cut and then watching the theatrical cut. The theatrical cut is just nonsense to me. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, not the film, but there's a lot of important instances in that film where it's just like, yo, why is there a gap right here? What's going on? Like, but I don't know. But thank God we at least got the director's cut, because that's an actual, like, that to me, that's like a 4-star horror film in my opinion, seeing the director's cut.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Nightbreed.
Yeah.
But that's why I said, I was like, okay, well, when I was talking to Rob, I was like, oh, well, maybe I should watch the theatrical cut just to see, because there's a few movies where I prefer the theatrical to the director's cut. I think like The Exorcist is one of them. I think the pacing in the director's cut is off for me, and it feels drawn out.
I agree with you there, man. I definitely agree with you. You know, it's funny you mention that, because it took me a while to actually figure that out. Because a lot of times I just assume the director's cut's going to be better, but with the director's cut of The Exorcist, I actually saw that in theaters. That was my first time watching the director's cut. They re-released that in theaters in like 2001, and I remember going in thinking like, yeah, it's not going to be that scary, and yeah, I was dead wrong about that. But the pacing in the theatrical cut just works way more than the director's cut and The Exorcist, in my opinion. So I agree with you there.
Because I remember seeing I remember seeing the director's cut and the theatrical cut, but not really like thinking, oh, this is I'm gonna watch the director's cut of this movie. I just remember watching a movie going like, yeah, I don't really like that movie. And then I watched the other version. I was like, dude, this movie's fucking awesome. And then I watched the director's cut again, and I was like, oh, it's because of this, So like, it didn't even register with me what I preferred about it. But I guess the same as for like Exorcist 3, I heard the director's cut is not as good either. Well, that's what Bryn was saying. I haven't actually seen the director's cut of that.
I know that's one where I disagree with Bryn. I really enjoy Legion, which is the director's cut. But it's like a completely different film. It isn't really like a director's cut, because the films, the resolution of the films and several of the acts are just completely different.
Yeah, I agree with Mark, actually. My only problem with Legion, I guess you could say the director's cut for Exorcist 3, is the quality of the extra scenes that we get in the director's cut are so unbearable. It's like it's going from night to day. It's like, all right, you got an HD cut scene here, and then out of nowhere, so you get this VHS rip out of nowhere.
Right, standard insert, and yeah, it kind of takes you out of the film.
Exactly. That's my only problem, really, with the director's cut, is the quality of those additional scenes.
I'll have to give that one a go, because I had just heard. I didn't see The Exorcist 3. That was one I just hadn't watched until like the last couple years.
Legion is a lot talkier.
Yeah.
Than Exorcist 3, and there's a lot more of Brad Dourif and a lot less of Jason Miller.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark's right.
And the ending is super anticlimactic.
I think if I remember correctly, there's a lot of dialogue leading up to the ending. If I remember correctly, I haven't seen it in a while.
But thankfully, both versions have one of the scariest scenes in horror.
The hallway scene.
The hallway scene where you can see, the killer crossing in the background. Yeah.
If you're not expecting that scene, that'll get you to jump out of your seat, man.
That was an effective scene.
It's a shame though, like a movie like Exorcist 3, when it got released, obviously it got butchered down, and no one was able to appreciate the film because it got so chewed up and butchered.
Well, the studio took a look at it and said, "Oh, we want it to be more like The Exorcist," which of course made them a ton of money, and so that's why they went into reshoots with Jason Miller taking over for Brad Dourif.
You know, it's funny though, like the original Exorcist, and you watch part 2, and then you watch part 3. You're like, where the hell does part 2 even fit in this franchise?
I still have not seen part 2. Part 2 is one I've universally heard sucks assholes. So that is one I like. I'm never in the mood to watch that movie that sucks assholes. But
I would say part 2 is watchable, but is it good? Nah, it's pretty unbearable. But I mean, I don't know. It's just a lot of shit that happens in it. It's just really uneventful, really. It's a shame because you got James Earl Jones in that film too. He's a great actor with an awesome voice, and what a waste.
I would like to, I mean, I guess I would watch The Exorcist 2 if it's streaming on something. I would give it a watch.
That'd be your best bet. I wouldn't say go out and buy the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I know that.
Yeah. But I would buy Exorcist 3 Scream Factory Blu-ray, which I do not own.
Yeah.
And I think that has
I can appreciate what they tried with the director's cut. It's like they gave us something to watch, but it's really like night and day from watching, you know, it's like, oh, we get this nice clean shot, and out of nowhere, like, who put the VHS player on? What happened?
Well, that's how the My Bloody Valentine special edition was. Remember that? The unrated cut?
Yeah. But Scream Factory cleaned that up.
Yeah, I
got both of those Blu-rays.
I have the Scream Factory one. I haven't even opened it yet, but I'm gonna open it at some point this month and watch it because I still have that special edition.
Really nice, man. They did a great job with that.
Love that movie.
Or I should say, some other company did a good job with that.
Rennie Harlan, he's cool. What's that guy been up to?
I think I'm gonna check out at 1 o'clock, guys.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself because I've got to get some sleep.
All right, that's coming up here in like a few minutes, eh?
About 8 minutes.
I don't know what happened to John. He's sort of
you know, it's weird because he was staring at his camera and he was looking, and then he just went right off.
Yeah, I don't know if you had some technical issues or something.
That's probably what happened. He probably lost his connection or something.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's a bummer we didn't get Cody today.
Yeah, he always had some kind of trouble with his internet, though, it seems.
Yeah, he lives out in the sticks, so.
Oh, okay. That's enough to do it.
Yeah, I guess I'm relatively lucky as far as internet stuff goes these days. I guess some people are still doing dial-up in parts of the country, right?
I think that's sort of what Cody has. I think he's got like direct TV or something like that. That's got the internet. So when it rains, it's bad for him.
Yeah, that's
actually it's bad here when it rains. When it rains here, it's like the internet will work, but it doesn't work consistently.
Man, I'll tell you what, nothing makes you realize how fucking dependent you are on the internet until you don't have it. You're like, wait, what the fuck? It's crazy how that's happened.
You know what one thing I can't imagine having the internet without is waiting in line for something. Can you imagine waiting in line for something without using your phone?
Yeah, I mean, I remember before smartphones, dude, it was some bullshit.
I don't know, man. Like I all the times I ever got out of my car and went into a store and like I might have left my phone in the car, I'm like, shit. So this is what it's like to not have internet right now. I just left my phone in the car. I could be using it in line right now.
I'm usually listening to something if I'm in a line or something. I'm not even like really checking like whatever. Because I usually walk to where I'm going, so I'm listening to like a YouTube video or like a podcast or something. And then
I can never be out in public and have earphones on. I'd be too afraid that someone's going to jump up behind me and do something to me.
I guess I'm not that paranoid.
That is pretty much like I don't trust having my ears covered around regular human beings. So,
well, I'm using I use these. They are where the fuck? God damn, I got Mark disease. There we go. Yeah,
I guess man.
They do cut down the decibels, but I use them at work because I run machines that are loud and stuff sometimes. So, hearing protection. But well, I guess we're sort of coming up here on 10/1 a.m. So I think I'm gonna sort of start calling it.
Okay, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Yeah. John, it was cool having John here so early. Too bad he sort of, I don't know what happened to him, but Sean, it was good having you. Glad you could join us again.
Thanks for having me again, guys. Yeah. I guess next Saturday we're all just doing our own thing on Halloween, right?
I guess I have no idea. I just plan on doing this every Saturday personally. But
we'll play it by ear, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see if maybe I don't know. Maybe we might get the stream going, but I'll stay in touch with Cody about it.
Yeah, I didn't ask Cody what he was gonna do for Halloween.
Yeah, let's say you guys do the stream. I'm probably not going to be able to do it because I got to do a contest drawing.
Yeah, don't sweat it.
I got to do digital code drawing, and then I got to hand out candy. So it's going to be a crazy night.
Yeah, let us know the following week whether you had any trick or treaters.
Yeah, I definitely will. But yeah, I'll stay in touch with you guys for sure. You guys are definitely family. So
sweet. All right. Well, thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for hosting.
All right. Well, peace out, y'all. See you next week. Yeah. Possibly.
Have a good night, everyone. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, y'all.